Hello everyone, I am Tacet and welcome to the Gems of War stream. Of course, today the main thing we're going to be doing is Bounty Hunter, and this is going to be our last stream for about a week now. I'm streaming at a little bit of a weird time just because I had to finish up some last minute things before my trip. But I am leaving tomorrow, so this is our last stream for, the entire week. I won't have one later today, and I won't be back until the following Friday night. So basically 1 week from now. I will still have a video up every single day, uploaded around 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Still need to record several of them, but I have most of them already set up and planned on what I'll be doing. Yeah, we'll just be going and mainly doing Bounty Hunter and answering any questions, and we'll just have those videos go up every single day at 10, and that'll be our content. I should hopefully be able to cover the Monday video. That is the game plan. I'm not sure if I will be able to, but that is the game plan. I will definitely try to while I'm there. It'll probably be on the weird audio because I'll probably be using the webcam for the audio and stuff. I'm not going to bring my gigantic bulky mic down there. It's like almost the size of my bag. But I will have like the little webcam thingy to record with, and yeah, we'll still be able to get that. There's also a chance we're getting next patch next week. I'll probably go over the changelog, though beyond that I probably won't be able to go over too much. And I can't go over the changelog yet until it's actually public, so I'm not going to go over the beta version of the changelog, just in case they change anything on the changelog. Haha, ironically, in case they change anything on the changelog, I don't want to go over the changelog. But I will wait until they have the official one out before I go over it. It won't take that long. It'll take like 30 minutes just to read over if I'm over there. If anything, that will take even shorter amount of time than the Monday video. But yeah, there's a good chance we're getting next patch on next Tuesday. No official date has been given, but sometime around those few days is likely when we're getting the patch, though it's not official. But it might be, most likely. Like really early next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, is a really high chance for the next patch. But yeah, hello everyone. Hello Gustavo. Hello Curtis. Hello William. Hello Christopher. But yeah, it's impossible to gain VIP points if you don't buy money. So I'm not sure how, or if you don't buy money, if you don't buy things that cost money. So I'm not sure how someone who hasn't spent any money on the game would have it then. If they're already at 7 VIP, that's a bit weird. Let's see. You need Guild War team suggestions. What color did you need it for again? Hello, Jan. Welcome. Thank you, Jan. Hope the trip goes well as well. Let's see. Hello, Raven. Hello, Vladimir. Hello, Lucas. Hello, G-Man. Hello, Churros. And good afternoon. Hello, JZG. Hello, Corn. Yep, I'm definitely looking forward to this weekend and next week. A little bit of a 4th of July celebration, kind of. At least the final day will be. The rest of the days are kind of just chilling and other stuff. Let's see. Hello, Leonardo. Or Lindro, I mean. How are you doing? I've been doing really good. Was the operation fine? Oh yeah, the operation went well. It's not sore or anything anymore. I still have to be careful not to do any heavy lifting or moving the arm a lot, but other than that, it's been doing good. I'll be getting the stitches off, not next Tuesday, but the following Tuesday. The Tuesday after I get back is when they're coming out. It's actually the first time I've ever had stitches as well. Feels weird. Can't wait to get them removed. Let's see. Oh yes, Raven, I remember that, when you guys used to use images to, like, suggest teams. That looks like Dragon Soul, Kraken, Giant Spider with, Ubistet? That last one has to be Ubistet. Though it seems a bit weird to use Ubistet in that context. I guess it would still work. Hello, WoW! Hello, Bruno, and hello, Nagatsu-san. It seems like Yang struck out during last night's debate. To be fair, most of the candidates weren't getting much time. Yes, his debate performance last night was, admittedly pretty bad, though there's also a controversy going around that they actually muted his mic unlike any other candidate. He even mentioned it after the fact and everything. He didn't really, like, call them out on it, but he did mention it a couple different times and on his Twitter. But they basically muted his mic so he couldn't end up talking while other people were. It could have just been a technical difficulty thing. But they've also been excluding him from all of the, whenever they show, like, all the candidates that are currently running, MSNBC has been very notorious for excluding Andrew Yang off of it for whatever reason. So there's like a whole conspiracy around it now. But yeah, that's one of the reasons. There's actually two different parts that people pointed out that he was obviously trying to talk, but his mic was making no noise. Whereas when other people interjected, their mics were making noise. That was weird. But yeah, his performance was pretty average last night. I do advise people looking into him. And hopefully next debate will be better, both from a technical standpoint and him actually being able to get to talk more. Williamson got to shine a little bit, though. She's one of those candidates I personally wouldn't ever really go out of my way to vote for, because there's quite a bit I disagree with her on, but it's nice to see her views and stuff on, like, healthcare. When she ended up mentioning that we basically just have a sickness thing. That was probably the biggest thing that stood out when she mentioned. Because America is pretty notorious for that. We pretty much just do healthcare when people get sick, rather than trying to prevent people from getting sick. And there's a huge difference between the two. We'll go to that. Take the other one over. Grab a brown red down over there. And then we go key to key. I should grab the red there. And now we get key to key as long as he doesn't silence us. Oh yeah, duh, I forgot. He can't silence anymore. It's still 2 random ones on the Nintendo Switch version. However, on every other version of the game, Satire Musician will only hit first 2. Which is both a buff and a nerf to him. It's a buff in that it's consistent. It's a nerf in that you normally do want 2 random ones. Just because it allows you to hit 3rd and 4th slot. You're using Mountain Crusher, Alchemist, Divinish Bala, and Banshee for your level 20 Hall of Guardians. But you can't beat the final room. You should probably be using Mang then, at that level range. You generally don't bring out Mountain Crusher until you're doing higher level, until you have higher level troops that have damage output. You'll see me using Mountain Crusher a lot more, just because, obviously, we have, like, max stats for essentially everything. So, I can get away with using Mountain Crusher almost all the time. However, when you're earlier on in the game and in mid-game, you do want to lean heavier to Mang rather than Mountain Crusher. And the main reason for that is you likely don't have any good upscaling damage sources. Most good upscaling damage sources are Legends and more particularly Mythics. But you can do the same with the hero weapon of Mang. So you generally run Mang Titan and just solo out Delves with that. You can actually solo out literally all of Delves with just Mang Titan, especially if you can get Apothecary into that Delve. However, that one you can't do Apothecary for. But you can do something like Mountain Crusher, Cockatrice, and 2 other supports. And just build your entire team around destroying with Mang, with Mang's attack. And also, since you allow Brown and Hall of Guardians, you could use Brown Skull Spam options as well. Am I using Titan with Barrier and Impact? Oh yeah, that's the thing too. You definitely do want to be using Titan with it. Forgot if I just mentioned that. But yeah, Mang with Titan is extremely important. It runs through pretty much all content in the game. It can theoretically win any piece of content. It's not the quickest thing to run for everything. But if you're struggling with Delves, that's definitely what you should turn to. Without a doubt. But yeah, hello everyone. And if anyone else knows any other questions I may have missed, let me know. And I'll make sure to go over them all. Oh yeah, Curtis, what did you need a team suggestion for? Oh yeah, Blue Guild War. Generally I tend to build around Corvash, Azura, and 2 other troops if I don't have too many options. Azura you get for free from Merlantis. Corvash might be a little bit hard to obtain, but hopefully you have it laying around. It is a legend after all. But Corvash into Azura is probably my favorite combo for that. What do I run these days for? I actually completely forget, to be honest. I forget what I run on my main account. I know it probably uses at least 1 Mythic, though. But I cannot actually remember. Let me go double check. I can't recall what I'm using on my Nintendo Switch account either, but I'm pretty sure it uses Champion of Anu. But my other account has luckily got Champion of Anu. So that's not something most people have laying around, but ends up working. Oh yeah, I know what I use. I use Web Spinner into Champion of Anu into a Web Spinner Rush team. Web Spinner's not that bad. You do have to be careful with it dying, because obviously you don't want it to die and it's really flimsy. But if they don't have Skull Spam, it's triple damage every skull it does, plus it has infinite loop green. And while obviously that would be a little bit better on a green day, on a blue day it works too, since it does use the color of blue. if you happen to have Web Spinner laying around. But yeah, like first slot Web Spinner, first slot Corvash, either of those two centered around a bunch of other troops tend to be okay. Here, let me actually double check. I actually completely forget what I currently use for Blue Guild War. I remember most of the other ones. Blue, not so much. Let's see. Let me go check. Then we'll go head over to Bounty Hunter, which we haven't even started yet. Guild War Blue. Oh yeah, duh. I ended up switching to a Rope Dart team with the new hero class that just came out. That's one of the reasons why we got Tide Color Hero class maxed, is we can actually use it for Blue Guild War Day now. I almost completely forgot. But yeah, this was the hero class that came out, what, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago? I think it was 3 weeks ago. But yeah, using this for Blue. Oh yeah, duh, you're on Nintendo Switch version though. Never mind. But yeah, if there's a Guild Wars this week, yeah, you can't use that on Nintendo Switch. But assuming you're on a different version of the game, yeah, Rope Dart, Azura, Undyne, Megavore, or any blue weapon, Azura, Undyne, Megavore. Unfortunately, there's not really a good alternative yellow-blue, but the slotting something there so you cover every color into that combo should be fine. It does use double Mythic, though. Undyne's for the silence onto enemies' blues if they happen to use it, but it's more so for to submerge all blues and the boost ratio it gets from Merfolk, and this entire team is Merfolk, assuming Merlantis hero class. And Megavore, again, counts as Merfolk. For the boost ratio, it counts as blue, so it gets submerged, and obviously it's Blue Guild War. And also this has backslot Impervious for some stuff, as well as 8% instant kill. This is stacked with some extra turns that you might get off of Azura and stuff. It doesn't end up getting it off of the Rope Dart. It has to be specifically on the board. But yeah, we haven't actually tried this yet with the hero class, because we didn't have it at the time, or at least we didn't have it maxed. So we'll see how it goes next Guild War Day. I will be doing all my Guild Wars next week. It is next week, right? Guild Wars. Isn't it next week? Yes, Guild Wars is next week. So I won't be doing all my Guild War battles until Saturday. Next week, Saturday. Obviously not this Saturday, but next week, Saturday, I'll be doing pretty much all the Guild War battles, except for one, which is obviously Sunday's battles, because I wouldn't be able to do it then. But, yeah, I won't be doing them throughout the week. I'll just do it all then, at that point. Anyways, what was the other thing I wanted to go do? Bounty Hunter! Let's go do that. That's a lot of thing to go do. That's not where it is, though. Oh, I know what I wanted to do. I was forgetting something. I wanted to go get my Owl Bunnies. We got 2 copies of it, which is still too short. Because it does retroactively update that. Also, we have this flash offer. It's not really too over the top. Actually, it's okay, actually. 100 gems in Orb. If you're in end game, that 135 gems. That's theoretically 235 gems. 135 isn't directly gems, though, with the Orba clans, but I don't know, it's okay offer. They'll probably have better ones in the future. But it definitely is a decent value one. Okay, let me just, while we're already doing side stuff, let me just clear through dungeons real quick and then just focus entirely on Bounty Hunter. And then we'll go do a few other things. But let me just get this last little side thing done real quick. And then we're doing Bounty Hunter until completion, or at least as far as our free battles go. And by free battles, I mean tier 5. So I guess not free, but you know, how far you would normally go at minimum. Because that's up to emoji pack. Oh yeah, I didn't even get to see what the emoji packs were. I didn't even check those earlier. Let me go see if we got anything interesting. Probably not. But, haven't really been using too many of them either lately. But hopefully we'll get some more useful ones. I don't know why they haven't been adding more resources to the game. They really need to. Like adding a seal one, adding a trophy one, adding a bunch of stuff like that. But then again, they might be reworking the PvP system, so who knows, maybe they'll be removing trophies in the future, haha. But still, it would make sense. They literally have the asset. Like, they could just shrink down the asset and make it a little thingy. To have it as an emoji. They could do that ridiculously easy for every single resource in the game, or just every single icon in the game. Not sure why they haven't. They could do it for attack, HP, armor, the old HP that was that little poison heart, all the old assets that they had for the game. Like the shield and all that. They could do it for all those little jewels. They could do it for souls. They could do it for maps. They could do it for literally everything. They already have the assets. Why create more when you could just literally just put ones that people will actually use? Plus, you already have the assets made. It's one of the few instances that they haven't really reused assets that it would make the most amount of sense for them to reuse assets on. Like, they do it all over the place. Like, probably most notoriously for traits and for the audio for troops. Because they don't normally bother getting new audio most of the time. Unless it's like a really, really unique troop, but even then they normally don't. Oops, I forgot to use key. But, yeah, they really just need to go and basically go get all the assets from the game that they've ever used and start just making them all emojis for various stuff. Okay, we'll go get another destroy here. Also, if anyone else still had any other videos you wanted me to cover, let me know. Because I might be able to still get some of them in. You keep in mind, I probably won't be able to cover literally everything everyone has mentioned so far. But I do want to get some of the more important ones in. Or at least whatever ones I can fit in that time anyways. Because I haven't finished recording all of them yet. And I'm leaving in like 12 hours. Actually, more like 16 hours. Let's see. Bounty Hunter. Let's go get the stun now. So, all of Bounty Hunter. First things first. What on earth is our emoji that we get? Actually, I should probably buy them and then we get to see them. Be easier that way. So let's buy all the way up to emoji packs, all the way to tier 5. This is also luckily enough to get the entirety of the event done. Excavator also isn't that bad. It ends up destroying a column, I believe it is. And he ends up creating a bunch of red, last I recall. I didn't actually look at his thing. We also get a drill for the portraits, and we end up getting these emojis. So we get the beard set. Oh, is it a bunch of faces with beards? That's funny. Actually, I probably should shave mine off before I go. Hello, global chat. Do you want to load? There we go. Let's see. What do these do? What do we have? We got the beard. We got the hipster. And we got the neck beard. Oh, wait. They gypped us. We only got 3. Every other emoji pack has had at least 4. What are you doing? They gypped us an emoji. Oh, well. I'll just do that. Actually, where's the... I hate how small they look. There we go. Now we can see them. Yeah, there they are. There's all the little beards. Let's go back to small. And anyways, where were we? Let's go and go do the event now. But before we do, I need to go upgrade our bounty troop. Definitely don't want him unupgraded. Upgradable. Oh, before I do that, let's see if I could repick into... Oh, there's exactly what I was looking for. I was about to try to repick into finding a trait stone so that we get 2 free gem keys. But hey, the game does it for me, so that's convenient. That's exactly what I was about to try to repick for. So now if we go and upgrade him, we'll get 2 free gem keys for doing literally nothing other than what we were going to do anyways. So, boom, 2 gem keys. There we go. That's convenient. Speaking of gem keys, I will have 1 redeem code before the end of this stream, assuming the code actually works. It's the last redeem code I even have at the moment. So he's currently ascended to legend. Now we'll go use 1 orb on him. This saves us from spending like 400, 500 gems. So really good saving off this 1 orb. And now let's get his levels in. And there we go. Okay, so now we have our bounty troop all good and ready to go for the event. And now we just need to go do the event. Should be everything we need. Let's go and head over. Games, bounty. And let's go do stuff now. So obviously we need to go use the bounty captain. Get rid of Trickster for now. We'll keep Tagraki. We'll definitely be needing him. So if you want to find a bounty troop, all you have to do is type in bounty. And there they are. Luckily nothing else has bounty in its name. So we'll put that in first. Do you have any score reduction? So this is what it does. It destroys a column. Creates a 5 reds. Boosted by brown gems destroyed. Oh, okay. I thought it was boosted based on something else. But yeah, it's boosted based on browns destroyed. So for every brown you end up destroying, you get 2 additional reds. So ideally, you'll want to be hitting at least 2. However, even more would be great. However, less would be unfortunate. Though you can normally find 2 browns within a column. And other than that, he creates a dust storm when an enemy dies. That could be convenient for Maying, Mountain Crusher, stuff like that. For Mythics that might end up using that. And for extra turn spamming. It'd also make it so his boost ratio is a little bit easier to get. And like all the other dwarves, he does have immune to a lot of stuff. Stun, disease, poison, death mark, all that good stuff. Yeah, he's okay. And of course, he has the normal bounty thing. Yeah, for a bounty troop, he's actually really good. Especially since he'll feed into our Tagraki. I don't think we have a good second red, though. Do we? Not really. I guess we could go Soldier of Wrath. It's some true damage. It stacks with the fact that we have other true damage. I guess we could roll with that. And then we just need like a cleanse option. So we could just use Sister Superior for that. And there we go. That will cover all of our options. I feel like I should kind of have something else. I wish there was a green-yellow damage, though. We don't have any green-yellow damage. Sister Superior is fully a support troop. But, yeah, I guess we just go with that. Double true damage. He feeds red. And we go from there. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put Sister Superior in first just because she's kind of useless. Even though this thing has a higher attack, we're mainly going to be killing them with true damage anyways. And, why is it still Plague Lord? Actually, what hero class do I even want to use this in the later delves? I'm not even sure. Guess we could try leveling Warlord some. But I'm going to be using Trickster Shot, so I guess we just level Shaman. I guess we're getting Shaman max today, apparently. Because that's probably going to happen. That kingdom is getting a buff in the near future as well, by the way. Anyways, let me go get our banner set. Obviously, we will not go double green. If anything, we should even minus our mana. Is there a minus green or a minus yellow that has a lot of brown and purple? Oh, yep, minus yellow should. Yeah, there we go. +2 brown, +1 purple. I'd prefer a +2 brown, +1 red. But, that'll work. I'll get the job done. Almost feel like putting Degraki in front of it, but it's fine. Yeah, seems like a plan. We do have to deny our browns a little bit, but let's go with that. That should be a 30 times multiplier, which it is. 6 times off of this. It's based on Ascension, so we get 6 times, 6 times, 6 times. And then, of course, the bounty troop gets double. So we're at 12 times. And that totals out to 30 times. And we'll be running this for the first several battles. Actually, we might not even need Sister Superior's cleanse, but again, we're just putting her in first slot just to allow her as a meat shield. And go from there. So, is that everything we need set? I believe so. I don't think we need to revamp anything. Same rewards as always, except we just get a little portrait thingy and some kind of title. What is the title? Natural Born Driller. Nothing interesting. What's the portrait? Anything interesting? We still need more cute dragons. No, it's just the portrait of the driller guy. Anyways, let's get into this already. I don't think we need to change anything. There we go. Hello, huzzah! Happy Friday! Is it worth it to spend many gems on bounties? If you are capable of completing bounties, you should be pretty much doing every bounty. It is worth doing it up to... Actually, I don't know. Because I've been doing just free bounties on my Nintendo Switch account. And honestly, you can get pretty decent rewards just for doing the free bounties. Assuming you have all the neutral troops to Mythic, I believe you get to like tier 15, 16 or something. Something absurdly high with just the free battles. So, to a degree, you kind of don't need to spend gems on bounties, but if you do have the spare gems, it generally is worth for progressing to try to get Zugoff and better orbs to go all the way, because you do get, I believe, 2 or 3 extra smaller orbs and 2 major orbs for going all the way. And while you do have to spend a little under 1,000 gems to get that far, you would normally need to go to tier 5 or so, occasionally tier 6, but depending on factors. But normally tier 5 with a small blue is enough. But if you feel like you won't be able to, just go to tier 6. But yeah, it's a little bit under 1,000, around 1,000 if you go for tier 6. But you end up getting a lot from it. You end up getting 2 major orbs, which you're gambling with them a little bit. But if there's something like a orange, if you're in early game, or purple or blue in any other situation, you do get pretty decent value out of them. And, of course, you get a few extra small ones, which could be some stuff like small blues. And small blues can save you a lot of gems. I just used one right now to save 400 gems. That was pretty nice. But, yeah, it's always really good savings off of those blue orbs. So even though you're spending gems up front, you'd save gems into the future. Okay, let's kill this with Degraki. And then we just kill the other one with true damage. The only problem here is we don't have any AoE. None of them do. No bounty troop currently has anything that hits all enemies in an effective way. Oh, we have a lot of dwarves. That final battle better not be a dwarven gate. That'd be really annoying if it was like double dwarven gate. That actually is really defensive. And it'd still be easy to kill, but it would be very, 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 very annoying. And it would also pose a risk of Valraven escapes. Even if there's only one dwarven gate on final battle, that would actually be really annoying to have to deal with. Probably the first thing we target out with true damage, if it was the case. Probably Trickster Shot, or actually probably Degraki into Trickster Shot should hopefully kill it since it has such a high base armor. Anyway, speaking of Valravens, let's kill that. Before it escapes, they can still escape this early on. Not likely, but possible still. Let's kill out his only damage source. And then we'll go get a bunch of reds onto the board. We'll do it all the way over to the left there. And then this true damage kill the last one that we have. Can you tell me the strategy you use to upgrade Delve's Horde, please? I covered a video on it several weeks ago, but the general premise is you focus one single Delve, whichever one is the best to farm at something like level 20 or a very low level. The best 2 to farm at this current moment in time is Warrens or Silver Necropolis, whichever one you don't currently have upgraded yet is the one that you'd want to do. Silver Necropolis is slightly better, however, Warrens is still pretty high up there. And other than that, basically what you do is you start off by always doing for 100%. So you hold your treasure until you can do a 100% chance to get a quality upgrade. And then you focus all of that on whatever one you're currently camping at a low level, which would be either Warrens or Silver Necropolis ideally. And then you keep doing that until you get quality 10. and then you still keep camping that delve for your daily delves. And then from there, you start quality 10ing the ones that you need for various events. So for example, whatever you might need for next Tuesday event, assuming you already have a quality 10, you'd want to try getting that next one to quality 10 and keep doing it from there, and constantly keep upgrading them to quality 10 based on whichever one is having a Tuesday event or a Friday event in the near future. So you just keep doing it like that. And then from there, once you have every single one to quality 10, you go through the exact same process, but you get them all to level 100. And the process, of course, is you start with whichever one you farm daily, and then you start doing them based on whichever one is the next event. And you just keep doing that until you have them all at level 100, and then you can pretty much just stop once you're at level 100. There's theoretically no reason to go beyond 100. The only point in going beyond 100 is to try to get pure faction done. However, you really don't need to worry about pure faction until extremely late into the game. And you're most likely not at a point that you have to worry about factions being 2,500 yet. You might want to have one of them just for the achievement, but having multiple isn't really that important, at least until way later into the game. And even then, it's very minuscule with how it's currently set up. Oops, I almost repeated a battle. Don't want to do that. Stage 20 is Lady Ironbear. That's dangerous. Deep Borer. That's slightly dangerous in that combo. Slayer Ghost. That should be easy. And Dwarven Slayer. Wait, isn't Dwarven Slayer the guy that kills himself out? But he might have enough damage to one-shot us, which could be an issue. Does he have enough damage to one-shots? I'm not actually sure. It seems like he would, with all the extra stats. But, I don't know. We'll have to see. That definitely sounds like something that could one-shot. Oh, he does one-shot. Oh, that's going to be really annoying. Because Lady Ironbeard and Dwarven Slayer can one-shot. However, it does not matter if we lose troops, as long as we win. So in that regard, it won't matter as much, but still, that's slightly annoying. We'll have to see if we'll bother doing it or not. I might camp a previous one then. At least there's no Dwarven Gate, though. But there's also nothing that blocks yellow. Oh no, Slayer Ghost does. But it would have to be all the way in the last slot, the Valraven, for it to be blocked. Which isn't ideal. Also, how on earth did that not die? It definitely looked like enough damage. But oh well. Who did that? Get herself some browns down. Yeah, let's do it right over there. I should have probably done it there, but oh well. Extra turns, enough to kill. Is that enough to kill? How much boost ratio is that? Yes, it is. There we go. Hello, Brishka. Welcome. Yeah, no problem, Huza. If anyone else has any other questions, let me know. Because I won't be around to answer any questions for like a week. So give me all your questions. Because we won't be around for a while. But yeah, give me literally every question you have. Because I probably won't be checking YouTube too much during that week. I'll try to if I end up getting some time to comment a little bit. But also be on a weird keyboard. Like, I'll just be using, like, my foldable kind of, like, travel one. And it is not the most ideal thing for typing extensively on. Because it's a really small keyboard. My hand is, like, bigger than the keyboard itself. It functions for the purpose of typing, but it's not good for typing a lot. Let's see. We don't have enough boost ratio, do we? Oh, yeah, we might. What is that? No. It's 1 damage short. Really? It's quite literally 1 damage short. What a fail. Okay, we'll just do it on that. Hopefully he doesn't escape. He shouldn't. And then just kill it with that. Oh, it's only 80 damage? Never mind. That won't one-shot then. Everything we have is above 80 durability. Oh, we don't have barrier at start, though, do we? I don't believe you get that till tier 6. And we only bought up to tier 5. So we actually won't be able to survive those one-shots with barrier. So that is one way that you could actually work around that. It's not too big a deal, though. There's a chance we won't be able to get all rewards today. We'll be able to get all the rewards except the last major orb is most likely what's going to happen. Unless I keep using this bounty team the entire time. Which you could do. Though that would slow it down slightly. But it wouldn't make it so I won't have to do any of it later on the weekends. You use New Troop, Parrot, Feral Hound, and Yagwe. Yeah, I'm probably going to go down the Trickster Shot route, most likely. Hopefully Trickster Shot will be available in the near future to buy in Soulforge. Because it is a really good bounty weapon. Okay, Do we bother going for the kill now, or do we go for mana? Try for mana. We're gonna move that just because. We'll go do this and hopefully get it down. Take the other one over. Anything else to move? Not really. So we'll go and start killing out this other one as well. Get the higher boost ratio. And anyways, poke these two out. And now we just need to get our mana back for Kaki and the other one. What is his name? I keep forgetting it. It's Excavator. Quite a simple name for once. I'm just going to let him die out naturally. He'll kill himself out. So I don't need to worry about it. That will poke, but no damage. Or no double, I mean. Can you please take mana? Come on now. There we go. And we won. There we go. Yeah, he doesn't really gain that much damage. He doesn't have a double... it's really weird. They really should give it to him. But he does not have double damage based on magic. There are some troops like Megavore and such, and Tina and other things lately that have been getting twice the effectiveness on their magic. However, he does not have twice the effectiveness on his magic. I'm not sure if they're eventually going to buff him to have that. They really should, because he was added in a time when that effect didn't exist. But they do have a mechanic now that does allow them to double the amount of magic effectiveness that a troop has. So they could definitely add that to him. Of everything to have it, he would be one of the more relevant troops to have it. Because he does not upscale that well without having double based on magic. Right now he only has single. So whatever magic he has is how much extra damage he does. Whereas if it was double, however magic he has, he'd do double that in damage. So if he had 20 magic, that'd be 40 additional onto his 60-something damage. I think it's like 65 base value or something. Something ridiculously high. It just doesn't scale that well when it's only a 1-to-1. Even at 2 times it wouldn't even scale that well, but it'd be better than what it is now. It has a summon on it, doesn't it? Whoops. I should have killed that first. Forgot about that. He's not even a dwarf. He just summons dwarfs. Oh no, he is a dwarf. Never mind. I lied. I forgot. I'll go to that all the way to the left there. Grab a hit down on his last slot so he doesn't get more summons. Can you suggest Wild Queen team, but without other mythics and without old event weapons? Probably a web spinner team then. Web spinner, green seer, hero with something. Actually, I guess you could mountain crusher the other slot. I'm not sure, but actually, you just change that order slightly. It'd most likely be web spinner, hero with something like mountain crusher titan or whatever you want to run there. Could be even be essence of evil or something. But web spinner, hero with some kind of weapon. Green Seer and Wild Queen is likely what you want to use. And your hero weapon would likely want to cover that one color that I didn't mention. What color did I not mention in that? Or did that cover everything? Let's see, it's brown. It's missing red. So yeah, maybe some kind of good red weapon then to put in that slot that you have laying around. Okay, we'll hit him with Kaki, and one hit should kill him now. No, it won't. Never mind. But we'll go to this, get some reds. I mean, he did that for the skull damage, and should be enough to kill. He doesn't have any skull reduction. He does have that one armor per turn or something, I believe, but he does not have actual direct skull reduction. And look at that, already reward 11. Let's go claim all that stuff. 1 vault key. I am saving my vault keys, though, for now on. However, orbs, we have to use immediately, and it's only an orange, which on my other account would be good. I wish I could give all my oranges to my other account. It would save so much tradestone farming time. I haven't really been tradestone farming much on the account. If anything, I need to be soul farming on it. We have double fair Shroud. We literally have the best soul farming team in the entire game. And I've barely been soul farming on it. Once I get back from my trip, I need to make sure I do that more. Because we could get Dawnbringer literally within a week with what team we have now. We could theoretically do it in one day. But realistically, it would take more towards a week. But if we did like a 24-hour stream, no, we're not doing a 24-hour stream on it. But if we did a 24-hour stream on it, we would have Dawnbringer. We would go from 0 souls to Dawnbringer within 24 hours with the team we currently have. And no, we were not going to do that. That would get really tedious very quick. Soul farming is relatively boring, but it's one of those kind of things that it just gives so much souls that you kind of have to some degree. Let's see. So luckily you don't have to do it for too much. Once you've done like 50 hours of soul grinding on your account with like proper soul farming teams, particularly with Fair Shraz, you'll pretty much never need to do soul farming again. Because you have so much souls that you basically stay ahead of the curve for the most part, just from the natural souls that you gain from a bunch of stuff. Who do we go for here? I guess we'll just go for that. Doesn't really matter too much in this current situation. So we'll go for that skull. He's going to get quite a bit of armor there. He does a 25% reduction. I'm not sure if that's actually enough damage. It should be. Or hope it will be. So we get extra turn from there. Take the red. You know what? I should just taken that skull. Even though it wouldn't have been an extra turn. But oh well. We'll go excavate him with that. Get both our manas up so we can just double tap him. Should hopefully be enough damage to kill him out with a Tagaraki boost ratio. I did not... Actually, do we kill him? No, we don't need to kill him. We'll just use his browns that he creates to boost ratio the reds. And then just kill him off the Tagaraki. So we'll do it right there. Get a red and Tagaraki. 8 million souls here, no more grinding. Yeah, I'm sitting at, like, what, 6.5 million right now? Yeah, 6.5 million. And if we disenchanted everything, think we'd be at around 11 million? Let me see, we're at 6.5. Oh, no, we wouldn't. Never mind. We'd be at a little over 10 million if I disenchanted everything. And that's not even counting all my gold keys and everything that we'd also get a really high amount of souls off of. Because every 100 gold keys, I believe, averages to around... I'm actually not sure what the average is. I want to say 50 souls. However, theoretically, it would actually be more than that. It's probably actually upwards of 100. Because you have to keep in mind, every single troop that we're getting is also 5 to 10 souls off of that. Since there'd all be excess troops if we were to ever disenchant. So never mind, I would actually give way more souls than that. The base value might be something like 50, but if you count like all the troops, it's way over 100 actually. For 100 keys. I might need to do the math on that when they end up adding those things. Oh, also, one other thing I forgot to mention. KZale is 13 star now. That's something I mentioned on Monday, but I forgot to mention it today during this little stream. But yeah, it is possible to 13 star KZale now. We went all the way from 9 star KZale to 13 star KZale in one single week, which is pretty cool. We got up to 12 star on Monday, and of course 13 star right now with the bounty hunter that ended up releasing today. Plus, it's not even that bad of a bounty troop. He could theoretically even be used outside of bounty. He might be the first bounty troop that is actually realistically viable outside of bounty hunter, because he's basically like a deep boar, just kind of a little bit different. He's not the greatest of troops, obviously, but he's probably the most usable out of bounty compared to anything we've ever gotten thus far. So I hope we get more bounty troops like that, because I do wish we could use some of these like outside of bounty. A good majority of these are just too weak to bother using outside of bounty. Like even Tagaraki, which is probably the best bounty troop currently in the game. For actually doing bounty hunter, isn't particularly good outside of bounty hunter, because there's normally better boost ratio options outside of bounty. Anyways, let's keep going. Let's see, I think I missed some chat. Let me backtrack a little bit. Hello, Bushka, if I didn't already say hi. Let's see. Yeah, Iron Gut basically auto wins all of Delves. At least assuming that the Delve can use him. Iron Gut is ridiculously overpowered in Delves, it's funny. He's arguably one of the best mythics in the entire game. Oh, also that's another video I need to go cover. Or do an updated video on. But did I even add that to the list? Let me go add that right now. I don't believe I added that to the list, oddly enough. Like, best mythics to craft. That's kind of relevant since we'll be going over a bunch of other Soulforge stuff too, because of the new weapons and everything. Where is the thingy for it? There it is. Let me go add that to the list of videos to go record. That's a pretty quick one to record as well. A lot of them are like top 10 lists, oddly enough. I haven't done like a top 10 video in like months. Yeah, almost every single video I'll be covering while I'm gone, that's going to be like uploaded on the schedule thing, is going to be like a top 10 video. It's kind of funny how that ended up working out. But, yeah, go figure. Anyways, what am I looking for here? I am looking for, Soulforge Mythic Crafting. I might even break it down per game mode this time around as well. It might make more sense, rather than just doing a top 10. Like the top 3 per game mode. Let me add that to that too. Top 3 per game mode. Though somewhat overlap, obviously, because what you run for raids is very similar to what you'd run in invasions in that regard. And in most of those, you wouldn't really have much overlap, but it would mainly be bounty hunter, PvP, and Delves would probably be the 3 biggest breakdowns, like the top 3 for those two. Actually, I might as well put that there too, so I don't forget PvP, Delves, and what was the other one I mentioned? Guild Wars / Tower of Doom. Then again, those are two kind of... Oh, no, it kind of has some overlap. I'll just put Guild Wars there. Tower of Doom is kind of its own thing. It has overlap both with Delves and Guild Wars. It's like half Guild Wars, half Delves. Oh, I should have used the other guy if that was enough boost ratio. Oh, never mind. It wouldn't have been enough boost ratio. I'll stick a skull there. Also, I need to go change this team to a real team already. This is starting to get too slow. We need to go get that trickster shots. What do we take here? Let's go grab, there's no good location with a lot of browns, is there? Let's take that for now. Let's get our little bit of reds. Take our skull over. Grab a brown over there. Actually, did I take another skull? Oh, let me go grab some blues. Take the skull over there. Grab a true damage onto his first. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll save Kaki for the other one so we can kill it out there. Doesn't matter if he gives it armor. If anything, that actually increases our damage if he gives it armor. Ironically, him getting more armor does overall increase our damage because our damage is based on how much armor he has. Our amount of true damage, and the true damage obviously just hits through the armor. It's kind of a bit ironic. Actually, once again, I'm actually going to pass my turn just because we do more damage if I wait. Because he'll give himself armor, and then we get boost ratio off that armor. And due to that boost ratio, we just need one more Kaki, and that will kill him. That is quite strange, but yeah, it actually is beneficial to wait because we get more damage from him having higher armor, which is really, really weird, but that is how it is. There we go. I guess we'll try for 2 more, and then we'll switch. Also, hello, Haley. What are your thoughts on troops like troglodytes? They're useless for the most part. That give 5 stats to all supporting brown teams. They're only really used with Elspeth for the most part. Like if you're using a team that kind of needs higher stats in those regard and you just want to claim it for some mana, it tends to work good for like quick explore and other similar things like that. But no, it's pretty underwhelming, those troops. They're not really used for much. Their biggest issue is their ability is rather useless or rather lackluster. Doesn't do enough damage. Even with the triple boost ratio, it's just not enough damage. And the other issue that they have is they just use one color, which makes them, even though they're from Guild Wars, they're useless on Guild War days. It's because they only cover one color, which basically makes them obsolete, which is unfortunate. Hello, James. You were watching some videos last weekend. How many vault keys did you end up getting from the weekend? I believe I actually lost count. It was somewhere from 20 to 25. I believe the final verdict was 22. But I actually lost count after a little bit after 20. But it was some amount of number slightly above 20. I believe it was 22, though I'm not actually 100% certain on the final value. But it was definitely over 20 by a very small amount. I did lose track slightly at the end, though. Let's see. You soul farming during soul farming team during Gnome events and got enough souls for Dawnbringer? Yes, you can definitely do that in one single weekend off a Gnome event. You will get slightly less gnomes because soul farming team is slightly slower than the quickest possible win you could do. Soul farming teams tend to win within about 30 seconds to 40 seconds more often than not, whereas a quick grinding team can win within 15 to 20 seconds. So it takes almost double the amount of time to win the battle. However, you're obviously getting a lot of souls while doing so. Let's see. We'll take that for now. Also, thank you, Byron. Let's see. Yeah, being stuck on 9 stars on most kingdoms because of lack of Mythic, that can happen for sure. I wouldn't be surprised if that happens quite a bit. I know even my Nintendo Switch account was locked out of 5 stars simply because it didn't have the legends, let alone the Mythics. But yeah, 5 star is locked behind owning the legend from the kingdom, and 10 star is locked behind owning the Mythic of the kingdom. Also, while we're not there yet, 20 star is locked behind having, but there's a few other locks here and there, obviously. But one of its alternative locks that it has is you actually need to have a level 100 hero class to end up getting level 20 Star Kingdoms. It is required to have eventually have level 100 all hero classes. We're still a while from there. The first kingdom probably won't be 20 star until literally the year 2020. Oddly enough, probably like midway through, probably like this time next year, we'd probably maybe see like the first 2020 kingdom, or the 20 star kingdom. I mean, in 2020, but yeah, they're not going to be that many for sure. Like it's going to be very, very, very few. We'll take that for now. But yeah, we will start seeing them then. And it'll probably be like 2021 until we get like a substantial amount to that point. And they will be raising stars eventually at that point. But yeah, you're eventually going to need them. They got like a year and a half before you really start needing hero classes leveled that far. There are some other instances where you need them leveled. However, all the other ones beforehand are quite a bit lower, like needing 20, 40, 70, stuff like that, which are a lot easier to gain than 100. Because reaching 100 is quite literally twice as hard or twice as much EXP as reaching level 70. Anyways, what am I doing? Go throw that down. Go kill out this Valraven so he doesn't escape. Go get a red down. Actually, you know what? I'm going to hold his ability. Too bad this is auto extra turn. I actually want to pass my turn. Let's do that. Nothing on that board was worth it. I'll take this. Hopefully that's enough boost ratio. No, it is not. Well, this, I suppose. We randomly cascaded something. That's good. Let's go grab a red there. Take the yellows over. Grab the other red. And then we can go Takaraki into Takaraki. Oh, the Takarakis. We'll start hitting his buffer, I guess. And again, he's making it so we can do more damage. Actually, you know what? I should almost just keep him alive. He is quite literally helping us. Because the more armor, the more damage. At least for Takaraki. Oh well, we already started. Let me finish him. Take a red. Take another red. No point in casting the ability just to get that up. Start killing his other slots. That one will kill off of literally anything. That works. Throw this down on his last slot. And what else we need? Thread added him. And now we just need one more true damage. And we just do that hopefully off of this. And not quite. But let's take a red. And he's dead off that Takaraki. There we go. Lime did a long video of all the Mythics, if you ever heard of him. I've heard of a couple of different Gems of War channels. I didn't hear of Lime, though, I don't believe. Let me see. Oops, why am I doing it on Google? I should be doing it on a YouTube search. Let's see, Lime. Lime. I should probably type in Gems of War. Let's see. There we go. Key Lime, Gems of War. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I actually don't know about this channel. Well, I am its 100th subscriber. There we go. But yeah, I'll check it out later. Yeah, there's quite a few people that do Gems of War content. Or there's people that are starting to do Gems of War content, I should say. Which is nice. We're not all alone anymore. But yeah. Let me go and grab, what do I even want here? Let's go get ourselves a... I want to finally replace this out into a real team now. I guess we'll just get a normal trickster shot method. Let's go bring out the trickster. Who do we replace? I guess we replace out sister. I might just run first slot trickster. And just run it with the exact banner we have right now. That actually seems like a plan. And we'll use Shaman for now, though. I might switch to Titan if it becomes a threat that we might die. Yeah, what else do we really have to replace? We have triple true damage into a mana generator. Is there a +2 purple, +1 brown, -1 yellow? I don't believe so. That'd be the most convenient thing to be using for this. But that should be fine. Let's claim our orb. What do we have underneath the orb? Anything good? Nope, double orange. It's just gonna shower us with oranges today, isn't it? Oh well, not too big a deal. But anyways, let's go and move forward. Let's see. Hello. Oops. Where's my chat moving all over the place? Hello, Agner. Welcome. Is there any update list of Max Kingdom star levels? Yes, there is a list of it. Where is that list? Let me see. I believe I have a link for it. Let me see. Is this it? I believe I have a link for it. There we go. Well, it's actually, this isn't exactly that, though it's close enough that it should be fine. Here's a list of all the kingdoms that are going to be starred in the future. Someone made a Google document off of it. Forget who, but it probably mentions it on the page. But that link right there has a version of what you're looking for. I don't believe it currently lays out what all the stars are currently at, but it lays out what will happen to the stars from each event. So same kind of premise. Don't think that's exactly what you asked for, but it's close enough that it's pretty much will tell you what you're asking for. It basically says when each kingdom will be upgraded to a higher star, or if it'll stay stagnant at the current star level that's at. Assuming you own everything that's possible for the upgrade, obviously. Do we kill? No. Let's go and just go down the line. Probably the way to go. Yeah, we're probably going to use Titan or something in first slot. It's going to die too quickly if I don't. We'll do that. That'll bring it to one-shot range. So we do get Hunter's Mark off of that so we can kill him with skulls. And here it does have quite a bit of skull damage, especially with that Enrage. Let's see. There's enough to kill, right? Yeah. And then we kill his last slot with that. He's going to do an upgrade. I can't actually stop that. I don't have any mana to go up there, so let's take that for now. We do that for some reds. Do I even want to do that for reds? Really need it at the moment. Because we're just going to win off the ability right there. And of course he's 1 mana short, but we'll still get him. We'll do that. We'll take the other one over, take the other one. Picture shot is the last slot. Oh yeah, we'd definitely need to switch to Titan or something. I'll move that. Yeah, it looks like we just won't go for Shaming XP. That's dying way too quickly. We're not even at the final battles and almost died to a 13 battle. Okay, fine, we'll use Titan. It's fine. We'll have that EXP in the future very soon anyways. I'm in no rush to get it up. Let me make sure I'm using Enrage. I believe we already are. And yeah, this should be good. Immunes, Enrage, Barrier, Storm at start of battle. Plus we also get Storm whenever we get a kill because the other troop. Brown allies gain some armor because the other two are just not useful. Some extra attack and stun them whenever they hit us. Oh, you know what? I might go for 4 extra attack instead. Almost everything has immune to stun because they're all dwarves. Let's go for the 4 extra attack in this particular instance. Because almost all of these are going to have immune to stun. He has immune to stun, you have immune to stun, you have immune to stun, you have immune to stun. If they're all just going to be dwarves, there's no point in running stun. Unless it's Valraven, but even then, stunning Valraven doesn't really give us any benefit. Yeah, we'll just run with Titan Trickster, I guess. A little bit of a weird combination, but I need the barrier. Well, actually, you know what? We can do Plague Lord. So we sacrifice Enrage. But do we really need Enrage? We sacrifice some attack and we sacrifice the Enrage, but I believe we gain 5 additional damage on our ability. However, 5 additional damage is going to be so little relative to how much damage Trickster Shot already does, so maybe we won't bother with that. Is there an updated... Oh, never mind, I already answered that one. What Mythic to make first after you already have one of each? Iron Gut, Infernus, Megavore, Obsidious, Fairish Rock, Queen Aurora, Stonehammer, Tina, and War. That's Tina 9000, right? Yeah. That's quite a bit of a good selection there. I guess maybe a, I'm almost leaning towards Wild Queen. In that case, it's needed for a kingdom upgrade, plus it's really good for purple, green, and brown Guild War, particularly purple and green, because for a purple day you can run it with Green Seer, and for green day you can run it with Web Spinner. But it's a pretty good green Guild War option. It's been pretty relevant ever since it got buffed a couple months back. Let's see. A lot of people do run Penguin on Red Guild War with the Dwarf team. However, it's pretty easy to counter in the current state of the game. And I think one of the only reasons why people might still be using it is it was the last team I mentioned, I believe, on a defend team video, which is also why I try not to cover defend team videos. It's happened every single time we ever have in the past. Like, it just oversaturates the game with whatever team I end up mentioning. And it would be difficult to mention, like, 5 teams for each, just because, yeah. There's barely that many options. There's normally only, like, 2-3 good viable options I could possibly think of for them. Let's see. Go for that for now. Grab a skull over there. Grab the hit on the other thing. Get a trickster onto that one. And then we'll just take a skull here, hopefully. You know what? We don't need to take a skull. We just kill him with that. There we go. 20 damage. Why do people always talk about ascending the Guardians? Because you want to in order to make sure you get your seal keys to stop dropping them. Once you have gotten every single one of your Guardians to Mythic of 4 copies, you stop getting them as drops. The current meta for that, if you happen to have the Spear Orbs, is keep throwing your seal keys down, obviously, and making sure you get 1.5k per week. But what you want to do is keep throwing those down. But as soon as you get them to Legend, if you have 6 small blues, you're going to want to use 1 small blue on each. And the main reason for this is just to skip past needing to get 100 copies of the Guardians, because that takes forever. That's like half the distance you even need to go. I believe you need to get like 191 copies. But if you use a blue on its Legendary to Mythic, you only end up needing like, what, 91? Or no, sorry, you need 95. You would normally need 195, if I'm not mistaken. But if you use a blue orb on it, you only end up needing 95. And that's probably why people mention upgrading the Guardian troops, because once you have them all to 4 copies and Mythic, you stop getting them as drops from guild keys. And once you stop getting them from drops from guild keys, assuming your guild is upgraded enough, they basically are the equivalent of... Oops, that's not what I meant to do. But they're basically the equivalent of gem keys. Once your guild is at 40,000 seals on a given week, plus you have all the Guardian troops, they're essentially gem keys at that point, compared to being half a gem key when they're not at that point, or even less if your guild's not at 40,000. But that's why people mention upgrading Guardian troops. There's not really any way to expedite it, though, other than throwing down the blue orb on its final ascension from Legendary to Mythic. That's the only thing that speeds it up. And if you're going to do that, you have to do it for all 6. If you just do it for some of them, it's pointless, because the drops always get distributed evenly, or almost evenly. So you'd only want to do it if you have 6 blues to upgrade 1 on each. Okay, now we just need to get the weapon up and that'll be match. Let's take that for now. And he'll die off a Trickster or Skull, either or. Like Trickster with 69. Hello, Chunky! Welcome! Hello, James. You started the game knowing a little about it on Xbox 2 years later, and you're level 1,200 plus, and all the old event weapons. You wish could transfer it to the PC, maybe one day. Yeah, cross-platform with this game, it's something they wish they could do, though due to policies on various console versions, they are unable to do that. But you never know, it might be possible one day. Maybe next gen will be a little bit better at cross-platforming stuff. But as it currently stands, it's something they can't do. Each of the console versions is its own version of Gems of War. Nintendo Switch is separate, PS4 separate, and Xbox One are all completely separate versions of the game. Ironically, one of the most likely crossovers that could happen, especially with a lot of stuff that Nintendo has been doing with Microsoft recently, is there's a possibility that Nintendo Switch version might eventually be cross-platform with the Xbox version. Personally, I wouldn't really care for that much. If anything, I would actually hate that, because it would kind of devalue all the Nintendo Switch accounts, because the Nintendo Switch accounts, all of them are way newer than that of the PS4. Because PS4 has been out for, like, what, almost 4 years now, whereas Nintendo Switch has literally just been 3 months. Plus, it's so far behind. But, yeah, if there was to be any cross-platform, that's actually probably the most likely one to occur, oddly enough. That's not enough to kill him, but our Skull is. We'll just wait on Skull, I guess. Actually, you know what? That's probably enough to kill with Trickster. Yeah, we'll just do the Trickster shot route. We hit him with one skull and then kill the other with Trickster. Sounds like a plan. So now we just need to find a skull. Or mana, or anything. There we go. Okay, and then we can just kill him out. Doesn't matter that he gains armor, hits through all of that. And now we just need a skull poke. Trying to bait him into giving us one. Not cooperating. There we go. He gave himself armor so we can kill him. Though then again, he would even need the boost ratio. That would have killed even if he had 0 armor. There we go. Right at reward number 14. And now we need to get the final 5. Or final 6, actually. Yeah, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. There we go. But yeah, we got still got 2 more small orbs, a vault key, and 2 major orbs. Though that second major I probably won't be able to reach today. But need to go work towards those goals. But I've been doing pretty good, Chunky. Thanks for asking. Oh, I'm just completely skipping the treasure hunt event, to be honest. Mainly due to lack of time. Since I'm going on my trip in, 16 hours or so from now. But yeah, it's decent loot. It only takes about an hour and a half to get done. I'm personally going to be skipping on it, though. I say treasure hunt. It's not that I hate it, it just, I don't know, it's a really weird game mode. I used to really like it in the past. But after playing it for so many hours, it just becomes a little tedious. Because I probably have played a couple hundred hours of treasure hunt. Total. Since it was released like 3.5 years ago or so. Actually, it might have even been out longer than that. It might have been 4 years, actually, how long that game mode has been out. But I do love mini games. It's just, they do tire after a while. And after a couple hundred hours of it, I'm just done with it. Unless they buff it so much that it just has to be done. But I highly doubt they would ever do that. Though these events are kind of like those instances where they are buffed to that point. However, this is the last event that we are ever going to have to do it that way, by the way. This is the last time we'll ever have the event gems, where it tells you, hey, go do treasure maps. Because there is a good chance we're getting next patch next week, and that will be removing the current event objective system that we have right now. Not completely removing, it's just removing those little green event gem thingies. All the other aspects of it are still going to be in place. Just specifically, the green event gems will be removed. For a different system. For the adventure board, the daily adventure board. Okay, and we'll do that and then throw it into the other one. That's not enough to kill, is it? That's a fail. That's a bit of a fail. And any dies off of that. You have your wife to do all your treasure maps. She loves them. Haha, that's convenient. Yeah, I know that people would use child labor in the past. They would get their kids to have fun with it, and then they never had to do their maps. They would just let their kids do their maps for them. And use them as map opening slaves. But yeah, I always found that really funny when people used to mention that. There was actually a particularly high number of people that did that too. Like, the number is probably in the hundreds. That basically had their kids do their treasure maps for them. Let's see. We'll take the green down. Grab a, let's take purple for now. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's funny. Even what's his name just mentioned it. Someone just mentioned it. Wait, who was that just mentioned it? Let's see. Also, wow, did I just skip past that much chat? Wow, how far behind am I in chat right now? Let me see. Let me read through chat real quick. I'm falling behind on chats. Did I answer that one? Answer that one? Answer that one? Let's see. Yeah, Loot Wizard and Key Lime have been covering quite a few Gems of War videos lately. And it's greatly appreciated to see some other people finally doing content for the game. Always great to see. Let's see. Hello, Christy. Welcome. Hello, Eric. Let's see. What battle did you switch to Trickster Shot on? 13 or so. I would say around 12. I think we did it on like 13. But around the 12-ish area seems like a time when we need to switch. What do you think about oh, wait, never mind. I already answered that one. Hey, no problem, Key Lime. Oh, you're actually here. Nice. Let's see. Hello, Timberus. I'm glad I inspired you to go make content. Yeah, I haven't been covering as much guide stuff lately. I will be, obviously, for when I'm gone during that trip. But I really need to get back into the habit of covering it more on a weekly basis. That or just designate, like, a week out of every month and get a lot of stuff pre-recorded. Because that method tends to work out pretty well. Just designating, like, a few days, pre-record a ridiculous amount of videos, and then just have them slowly go up over time. Ends up working out a lot easier than constantly doing one video, then doing something else, then doing one video, then doing something else. Just getting them all done at once makes it a lot easier, because it cuts down a lot of the in-between time that might get delayed from doing video content like that. When I already have everything set up and in the mood and already good to go to start doing that, and it goes a lot quicker. Let's see. We'll take that one over. Grab a destroy over there, and then we just trickster shot him. I'm not even sure why I'm doing that. We already have enough to trickster shot kill him next turn. But we'll do that and then trickster kill him. Or skull or anything at that point. Are there any good Tinsel Tail teams? No, it's unfortunately not worth using. It's just not viable enough and it's way too inconsistent. Isn't that one dragon that came in around December time? I believe that's what that is. It's such a cute dragon. Unfortunately, it is so useless because of how random it is. Unfortunately. Generally, anything that's inconsistent is likely bad. That's not always the case, but the more inconsistent a troop is, even if its ability is somewhat decent, it tends to just be bad. Because a lot of battles need consistency, especially once you start getting later into the game. Okay. Oh, also, we're in the final battle, aren't we? I didn't even realize that till literally just now. Let's see. We get to see what it is as soon as we kill the other one. Someone already mentioned it, but... Let's see it again. Okay, let's go kill that one out. Get a... do I poke him? Yeah, let's poke him. Then we just trickster shot kill that. Get our reds up. Probably just be aiming for his direct mana, though. We'll go for a purple onto that, and then we can go and just trickster shot kill him off of first, and then trickster him again, and that'll be match. And just focus on his mana at this point. Doesn't matter if we give him skulls, it's not going to kill us. Actually, I lied. That almost is going to kill us. Never mind. Okay, well then. That's a lot of damage. That is a lot of damage. Gotta be a little bit more careful, I guess. Oh no, we gotta be a lot more careful. Hold up, we can actually lose this now. Serious time. Yes, don't skin too. We could legitimately lose this. Oh, I should have taken red into skull. Oh well, let's go get some mana. Oh, I should have done all the way to the left. Double mistake. Okay, let's go and, do I give him skull? Oh, and I kind of want to go down the true damage route for killing. I'm gonna give him the skulls. Because this allows us to just kill him in one more true damage. Hit, which we'll have in one more red. And he's dead. Oh, that was almost bad. Okay, that's what the final battle was. Never mind, that was the second to last battle. Good. Because that one's a little bit annoying. But, let's see. Yeah, this one's not as bad. That's 80 damage. That's not too bad at all. 80 damage is not enough to kill us. In one shot, at least. However, it would synergize into killing with that, so we do have to watch out for that. Also, Lady Ironbeard does have enough damage to kill, so we're definitely going to need to make sure we trickster shot her immediately, just to make sure she doesn't have enough damage to kill us. But from there, we should be good to go. I don't say that, Key Lime. I haven't watched your content yet, but I'm pretty sure it's great. But yeah, I honestly haven't seen any of your content yet. I will later. Maybe while I'm trying to set up my recordings, I'll go look at some of yours. Who knows, maybe it'll give me more video ideas as well. But no, I pretty much already know everything that laid out that I'm going to be covering. It's mostly just top 10 videos, oddly enough. Because I don't want to cover team videos. I'm kind of deliberately not covering team videos, and the main reason for that is I do want to wait for next patch. Because once next patch comes around, I'm going to be covering team videos excessively. Because we're going to have a way to easily share teams starting next patch. So I kind of want to wait for that feature that's coming next patch because it's just going to make a lot more sense before we start covering a billion team videos again. But as soon as the next patch comes out and I get situated after getting back from my trip and I get this thing removed from my chest so it's not as annoying, we are going to be covering a ridiculously high amount of team video stuff for various things. Because we'll be able to easily share every single one of those teams via the new system thingy. We'll cover pretty much everything that could possibly be covered related to teams. Let's see. Grab that. Get a, what do I even want here? Let's try for Sky Skull, I guess. Actually, before I do, let me grab that. Take our purple, so we have Trickster. Kill that off of 2 times damage. Actually, it's more like 3.5 times damage because we have that 1.5 times multiplier on it as well. Trickster, are you in kill range? No. Yes, never mind. That's 104, isn't it? It is kill range. It's exactly kill range, actually. There we go. Take that out with Enrage. Plus Hunter's Mark. And now we just need to get Trickster shot back up and now kill him. Or we can just let him cast. That would also kill him. Stop denying my mana. What are you doing? Let's take a purple, I guess. Purple to purple. Then we kill that with that Trickster shot. Because I'm still behind on chat. Let me keep reading through. Oh, hello, Zeddicus. Welcome. Happy Friday. I'll look forward to your videos on the updates when it comes to Key Lime. Yeah, everyone go subscribe to Key Lime. Go give him some love. I just subscribed to make him up to 100, so hopefully we can get him to like 150 or something soon. Let's see. Are the Guardian troops the courage and honor and all that? Yes. It's things like honor, courage, justice, stuff like that. It's the ones you get from seals. Am I having surgery? Oh no, I already had the surgery. I had it on Tuesday. I'm getting the stitches removed 2 Tuesdays from now. Not next week, but the following week. Because next week I'll be on my trip. But, yeah, I already got the surgery. It wasn't anything major. It was just a little thing, removing something on my chest I've had for several years now. It's been something I've been meaning to get done for ages, but finally got it done now. And it'll be fully done in a couple weeks from now. Still feels a bit sore in that area, but other than that, it's been good. We're already gonna have full mana. So let's just go and grab that, I guess. Get that going, get a Trickster shot down. Throw that onto right over there. And then we throw that into a skull. And kill that out. We can then take our browns that we need to go get that rolling. Get a skull poke for the kill there as well. And then we can start poking them once again. Take our green over. Actually, I should take those purples, but okay. We can just Trickster shot him. That's 109. It is enough to kill us first. These skulls I'm actually just going to ignore. And now we just do that one more time. Or even just multi-skull poke them a few times. Those are probably just easier gaining mana. Be the easiest ways. Where's my mana pool? We'll take that into our extra turn, and then let's kill him out. But yeah, this final battle seems easy enough. Yeah, no problem, Zeddicus. Yeah, I had it done on Tuesday. The operation thingy. I'm getting them removed 2 Tuesdays from now. What do I go for here? Let's take purple for now. Let him have a skull poke. And then we Trickster his first slot so he can't get any damage on us. Got our mana going again. Actually, do I want mana? Never mind. We already have all of our mana. Start working on Trickster. That being in first slot's kind of a liability to it dying. I'm using it for its enrage and everything, but I don't know. It's kind of a bit of a issue. But then again, I guess he kind of runs out of damage sources. Because he doesn't really have much to damage us with. Like, after we kill his first slot, what's he going to kill us with? Like, Dwarven Slayer dies the second it casts. The only thing that can really kill is, I guess, Dwarven Slayer, but that's barely any damage. It's like 30. It is so ridiculously low. So he's not really a threat. Plus, we do regain barrier on Browns. I just haven't been taking much Browns. Okay, what's your damage? Okay, you're not enough, so I am actually going to have to throw it to Kaki or something there. We'll then take those greens. Didn't get the skull drop, but this is enough to kill him, and then we just take 1 skull and he dies. Due to Hunter's Mark. That or 1 more Trickster shot, either or will kill. And at this point, looks like we just go down the trickster shot route, and now we'll kill him off of that. There we go. Alternative to trickster shot, Mang. Mang is the closest thing that you'd be able to replace that with. Though once the Soul Forge starts rotating, there'll be more options to replace it with as well. But based on something that can easily be obtained by anyone exactly right now, if you don't already own it, Mang is the closest one-to-one alternative to this. It's not exactly the same though. Trickster Shot's quite unique in that it's basically a magic-based version of Mang, in that it boosts its magic rather than boosting its attack off of its ability, unlike Earth's Fury and some of the others. So it's the same concept of Mang, it's just kind of the inverse of what it does. It gives it to magic rather than to the skull damage that you do. Is that enough to kill? How much damage are you at? 105. Yes, that is enough to kill. So we'll go and do that onto his Dwarven Slayer. And it's pretty much matched. We just throw one skull into one more Trickster, and that will kill him out. Oh, there's an extra turn there. Though we already had full mana, so I guess it didn't matter too much. Okay, we got our skull that we needed. Now we just go for mana because skull's kind of pointless since he's already in kill range. And it was kill him with that. We can also just let him get full mana. So that would take a little bit longer in some of these situations, though in some other situations it might actually be quicker. Alright, there we go. We already got another 2 rewards, or another 1, I should say. What do we have? Stop giving us oranges! We got 3 oranges so far. Hopefully our major orbs aren't oranges, but we've gotten 3 small, wait, how many? Yeah, wasn't it 3? How many have we gotten so far? I know every single one has been orange so far. We've gotten 1, 2, yeah, 3. We've gotten 3 orange orbs! Stop giving us oranges. Yeah, this would be really good with Yagway. This has really good synergy with Yagway. Not in the context of like a PvP team, but at least in Bounty Hunter, if you want to use it for that purpose. Using 3 bounty troops with Yagway, with one of your bounty troops being Excavator, even beyond this week will be useful. Of course, I'm going down the Trickster Shot route personally, but building a Bounty Hunter team built around Excavator into Yagway is a really solid combo for doing a triple Bounty Hunter team. I personally just prefer using Trickster Shot these days because it's usable for every event, so I just like using it now, just to get better with the strategy of using it. Because it is likely what I'll be running for almost every Bounty Hunter. Of course, we'll still show other teams for them real quick, but as far as like generally how I'll be running down Bounty Hunter, it's almost always going to be Trickster Shot. Hopefully it comes into the game very soon. What kingdom is even from the weapon? It's from Bright Forest. When is the next Bright Forest event? Let me actually go look that up. Next Bright Forest event, in which we'll actually be able to craft Trickster Shot. You'll be able to craft this weapon. Is not with invisible sights. Yes, it is. Good. We got a date. August 10th. You can get Trickster Shot for the first time August 10th. Well, not the first time, but for some people, for the first time. For the first time since it was originally released around 2 years ago or so. Actually, it was more like a year and a half ago. Actually, it's more like 1 year ago. Actually, yeah, you know what? Trickster Shot actually is a relatively recent weapon. It is only about a year old. Because it came in last year at some point. I forget when, but it was sometime last year. So it is only about a year old, that weapon. Seems a lot older. I'll take that one over. Grab that one over, skull pokes it, and 2 true damages will kill. Might as well just go down that route. But yeah, August 10th, you'll be able to craft Trickster Shots. It'll cost about the same that the other weapon costs. It should. They all should be around that general value. It would cost, actually I can tell you exactly what it will cost. It will cost exactly 15,000 souls, 3 celestial trait stones, 300 diamonds, 600 green, and 600 purple is what it would come down to, because the weapon's green, purple, the Trickster Shot. That should be the exact cost of Trickster Shot weapon. So that's relatively cheap for how insanely good that weapon is. I'm pretty sure people would spend like 1,000 gems if they could on that weapon, just because it's one of the most meta weapons in the game, among one of them. And that is one of the videos we're covering too, best 10 craftable weapons. now that all of them are craftable, or most of them are craftable, not all of them. I'm doing a separate video going over the ones that are craftable. There was also a post on the forum, or that aren't craftable, I mean. There's a post on the forum on it, and I still haven't gone over that. I believe I mentioned it briefly on stream, but I still haven't done a video on it. That's one of the pre-recorded ones. I'll probably have that up on Saturday while it's still relevant. Actually, I need to make sure I get the, that's one I haven't actually recorded yet. I need to make sure I cover the video for, what's it called? I need to make sure I cover the video for... Wow, now I can't remember what the thing is. For the event. This is actually the only event in the history of the game that I've never not covered. The one that's currently on Nintendo Switch. The one for Nimue. And that was because there was a hurricane at the time, so I wasn't able to. Last September when the event happened. So I definitely need to make sure I do it, because it's literally the only event week video we've never done since we started doing it. So here's the time to redeem ourselves by actually recording it while Nintendo Switch has it. It's probably the last time we'll ever be able to do it for the actual event, so definitely need to go do it. The only problem is Nimue still has literally 0 teams that are viable. That hasn't changed. That still hasn't really changed. Alright, we need to get Trickster shot up. I'll take that other one up. Grab that for the kill. Exact damage. Exactly what we want to see. Exact damage or higher. There's no way to take mana, so we'll take that for now. Grab that, take a green. Grab a, let's take that for now. Grab a Trickster on him, and that'll just kill him out. Bright Forest event is July 14th, Tower of Doom. Let me double check. Did I read it wrong? I don't see it there. From what I'm checking, it says... Oh, sorry. Did I say August 10th? My eyes are being weird. It's August 19th. But, yeah, from what I can see, it's August 19th. I don't see anything that says July 14th. Are you sure it doesn't say Bladed Lands? Which one are you looking at? But yeah, it's August 19th. My bad, not August 10th. But August 19th is the start of the Bright Forest. I'll double check it again. Yeah, August 19th. If you're looking at the weapon, we might be getting a weapon for Bright Forest. However, like, there's a possibility that the Tower of Doom is bringing a Bright Forest weapon. However, that doesn't mean that the stuff from Bright Forest will be craftable. Let me see. Yes, we're getting a Doom of Nature, which is going to be the green weapon that gives HP to all allies. However, that is not a Bright Forest event. It's just a Bright Forest weapon. It just happens to be from the Kingdom of Bright Forest. It is not an actual Bright Forest event. That week is going to be an event for, what kingdom is that? That week is, Zolkiri. That's going to be a Zolkiri event week, which means it's going to be a Zolkiri, Soulforge. It just happens to be a Bright Forest weapon. But no, the Soulforge that week on July 15th will be for Zolkiri. Not for Bright Forest. Because it's based on whatever kingdom the event is. Not based on any other factor. Even though that weapon that's coming from Tower of Doom is from Bright Forest, it just coincidentally happens to be from Bright Forest. It's not actually a Bright Forest event. It's August 19th, not August 10th. I misspoke on the first time. But it's this page right here. You can see it based on the troop that comes out. And whatever troops comes out is also the event week for the week. But it's that page right there. I forget if we have enough true damage. Oh, no, we don't! Luckily, we have extra true damage options. Oh, move that over, take that one over. Grab the blue. Take our greens. Also, we will have a redeem code soon. I'll probably hand it out once we get the... I guess we'll do it when we get the major orb. The first major orb. We'll hand out the code. See how close are we to that? I might do it one section earlier. Depends how close we are. But yeah, I'll probably wait till the major orb. The first major orb, not the second one, obviously. Hit a problem, Keyline. Actually, yeah, we'll actually hand it out at reward 18. Once we get that orb. I'll do it then. Okay, let's keep going. I am going until we use all of our sigils, by the way. So we still have like another 26 battles or so. We're going until that number says 0. So if you guys still have any other questions, let me know. Still be here for another probably hour and a half or so. And then that will be the last of our streams for an entire week. So definitely make sure to ask anything that you want to get in for questions. Because I won't even be around on the channel that much, just because I'll still be looking at it occasionally on a couple days for like an hour or so. But I will not be around that much compared to what I normally would be, answering questions and stuff. And obviously we won't have any streams during that time. And all the videos will be pre-recorded. Let's see. Except for the Monday video. That one I will be doing on that Monday. Assuming I can get around to it. I should be able to. Not like I'm doing something literally every second while I'm there. Pretty sure they wouldn't mind me taking literally just like an hour or two just to go get it done. Especially if they're still sleeping. I think that would be quiet enough that I could still record it while they're sleeping. Not like we'd be in the same room or anything. Last time they just had me in their basement. Just because they don't have like a situated guest best room yet. Because they kind of just moved there recently. So they just have a... They just have like a little bed thingy that rolls out on the couch from the basement. What do we go for here? Let's go trick or shot his last slot there. Grab a... what do we even take here? Let's probably go for purple then. Purple yellow. Well, I'll still have videos posted. I just won't be able to like mention much. I'll still try to get around every other day to try to answer questions. Or, you know, anything that people might be asking. The last time I was there, the only time I had time was like for an hour on like Saturday or so. For the 3 days I was gone the last time. Do you think that Withering Touch bundle is worth the price? Withering Touch is pretty underwhelming. It's definitely not a weapon you'd really use. Oh wait, sorry, Withering Touch. Wait, which one is that? Hold up, there's two weapons that have a somewhat similar name. One of them is really relevant and the other one's useless. Is that the blue weapon? If that weapon's blue, it is useless. If it is blue and brown, it is good. I forget which one that is. Is it blue or blue and brown? If it's blue, it's useless. If it's blue and brown, it's good. Let's see. We'll take that one over. We'll grab the hit on you, even though it's not enough to kill. Fortunately, we took too much damage onto his first slot, so we can't, didn't really have a window to trick shot it. I guess we double poke it just to make sure that thing dies, and then worry about his first slot with a skull, and then go and have all the mana we need for that. Actually, let me grab some mana first. To expedite its mana a little bit. Still no skull poke. 96. You know what? I'm actually gonna do that on his first slot, so we don't have to deal with her either. Make sure that one-shots. And it should also be enough damage to one-shot the other guy now. Yeah, 113. There's enough boost ratio to do it now. Let me just kill that out just so we don't have to deal with it. Let's see. Any idea about Rope Dart or any other very good weapon that will be craftable soon? Trickster Shot will be available on August 19th. I know that one since we just looked that up. Oh yeah, I guess during that video it might make sense to mention the upcoming... Maybe I'll record both of those because that's not going to take too long to mention that real quick. A quick little video going over some upcoming weapons that are going to be worth crafting. I could probably do both of those on the same day. We'll see. I might just have it spread out a little bit more. But I could just have them literally on the same day. They're pretty relevant to each other. So that'd be 3 videos on like the same subject. So at least 2 of them should be on the same day. Most likely. But yeah, let me actually add that to the list of things to cover. Because I do want to cover that. I need to cover upcoming weapons in Soulforge that'll be worth it. Upcoming weapons in Soulforge that are worth it. Let's mention that. I don't really need to mention much more than that. I'll know exactly what I mean by that. Yeah, I know Trickster Shot's August 19th. I didn't look at the rest of them. But yeah, we'll cover that for a video thingy. I'm not sure if they're coming up anytime soon, but the most relevant ones are things like Trickster Shot, Earth's Fury, Yasmin's Pride, Rope Darts, things like that. Oh yeah, that weapon is useless. Exandler. That is the one that I thought it was originally. The name slightly threw me off for a second. Because the other one has a slightly similar name to it. Plus it's a hand. They were both like really similar in wording and their image. But yeah, that's the useless one. The one that steals life. They did buff it. However, even after it's buff, it's still useless. It's a really underwhelming weapon. And it's not really worth it for $5 unless you just want it for completionist sake. I wish they would actually buff some of those weapons as they bring them back into the game. Like some of the more relevant ones. But I guess they don't really want to buff any of the $5 weapons because, yeah, they have them money-walled. I really do hope they add some kind of method into the future that will allow you to obtain them without money, though. The reasoning behind why they are money only is technically the events that they came out on did have text that said they would only ever be available during this event week. And then they eventually added them back into the game, but through money rather than other means. That's kind of their reasoning, because they technically said after that event week when they came in through Glory that they would never actually add them back. And then instead of adding them back, they just added them through money. So that's kind of their reasoning, because they're technically weapons that were never really supposed to come back. And most of them are irrelevant, with the only few exceptions of like Staff of Madness and a few other weird ones like Sun and Moon, stuff like that. But yeah, I'm still not fully in support of the way that they went about it, but it's not too horrible because most of those weapons are useless. But if you're someone that likes like 100% completion, that will be a little bit annoying. They did say that they might be open to doing like a pack of it. So who knows, maybe you'll be able to get like all the old event weapons for like $50 or something in the future, or something like that. Maybe we'll do like some kind of really large bundle or something. But it's something that they will look into the future, but for now it's not something that will be fixed. The fact that some of them will still cost money. Which is unfortunate, but hopefully it'll come around and fix it. Because they have to make sure to get it past their publisher and everything too. Which makes it more difficult than simply just saying, okay, yeah, we'll no longer charge money for them. Let's see. We'll go in. And it's not even necessarily that they would need to stop charging money for it. They could always do like another method to try to get it. Like one that I suggested was just start occasionally doing flash offers with diamonds. And just make sure that all of them are craftable with diamonds. That way people can still gain it for free, but people would also buy the diamonds. Because they've never actually added a flash offer, I don't believe, that has had diamonds in it yet. Let's see. Yeah, let's go for Trickster there. Kill it with the other one, and then we just go poke him. Hopefully he'll bait himself into a skull. And never mind, what am I saying? I just need to Trickster him. I don't need to skull him. And there we go. But yeah, as soon as we hit that reward tier, we'll go hand out a code. Might as well. There's our vault key. I am hoarding my vault keys now. I'm starting to hoard them. After the vault event, last event, I'm basically just holding them all now. until they eventually add another gnome or until they rework Volt Keys. There's actually a chance, ironically, or not ironically, but oddly enough, that they're actually buffing Volt Keys in the near future. Gonna be kind of cool. Yeah, Vault Key offers are really good. The ones that they have during the Vault events are insanely good value, especially the most recent one they had. That had 10 extra epic ingots on top of what they already had. It had 10 extra gems and 10 epic ingots more than what the pack would normally have, which was insanely good. I didn't bother buying it though, just because, yeah. I haven't bought anything for this account since... I think since Crafting System originally came into the game, because I was rushing it so I could show it for content. I was trying to get some of those resources grinded out. But, yeah, it's been ages since I've spent money on this account. I did spend 70 on a Nintendo Switch account 3 months ago. But on this specific account, I don't think I've spent anything since they added a crafting system to the game. And even that was mainly just so I could cover it for videos. They have a really good free-to-play model. That's for sure. The fact that you can play a free-to-play game these days that long without spending anything is amazing. And still have literally every piece of new content that ever comes into the game. Gems of War honestly has one of the most, if not the most solid free-to-play model of any game I've ever seen. So the fact that they charge $5 for those weapons, I'm not, like, as mad at them about. Like, I still wish they would find some kind of alternative. But, I don't know. They do everything else so nicely that it's not as big a deal. They better not put microtransactions in Puzzle Quest 3, though. I don't think they would. And if they would, it would probably just be on the multiplayer side, not on the single-player side. Because Puzzle Quest has always been a single-player experience. Occasionally just with a multiplayer mode. I wonder if they actually would go all out with a multiplayer on Nintendo. I mean, on a Puzzle Quest 3. I feel like something like that would do pretty good on Nintendo Switch. Not so much on next-gen consoles, which they'd probably also release it on. But I know they've released Puzzle Quest 1 on the DS, if I'm not mistaken. I believe that's the only time they have gotten a game on Nintendo, other than Gems of War, obviously. But they haven't really gotten too many yet. But Puzzle Quest 3 likely would. And they'd probably sell it in some kind of bundle that would also have Puzzle Quest 1 and 2. I wouldn't be surprised. Not sure exactly who still owns that intellectual property, but I'm pretty sure it's Steve, whatever his last name is, the lead developer of Gems of War and the Puzzle Quest games. Pretty sure he still holds all the rights and everything to it. I wouldn't be surprised if it gets like some kind of big bundle on next-gen consoles and Nintendo Switch and everything when Puzzle Quest 3 gets released. Because they've been doing a lot of old retro game combos, at least on Nintendo Switch. I forget if other platforms have been doing it too, consoles. But a lot of the more retro games have been getting like those bundles. And I would almost get it for Nintendo Switch just to have like Puzzle Quest 1 and 2 on Nintendo Switch. That would actually be kind of convenient. I've still never played through the entirety of Puzzle Quest 2. I have played through Puzzle Quest 1 3 times now, if I'm not mistaken. But I've never actually played through the entirety of Puzzle Quest 2, though I much prefer Puzzle Quest 1 compared to Puzzle Quest 2. If they could combine Gems of War with Puzzle Quest 1, Puzzle Quest 3 would be the most amazing game ever. Let's see. What did all the way to the left there? Grab all that. Get a, we'll take that for now. Get a green over. Any idea when Rope Dart will be available? I don't believe it's currently within visible sight on if we will have Rope Dart soon. Because it's the Leonis Empire. Oh! August 5th? Never mind, Rope Dart's right around the corner. I believe Rope Dart is a Leonis Empire, and if it is, August 5th. That is right around the corner. Oh, that's barely any boost ratio. Why did I do that? It's only 78 damage now. That's extremely low. I'm just going to double poke it at this point, just to make sure she doesn't do any damage. Never mind, we'll skull her. Take the other skull, kill the other one out with natural skulls. Grab that for the turn. What else can we do? Grab a brown there. Get a green right over there. And then we can just trickshot him on the... Actually, you know what? I am going to go for that. Go for that. Grab a purple over. We'll grab a... What else do we take here? Oh, we'll take the other purple. And then we trickster shot him into... Actually... Yeah, we'll trickster shot him. I was going to kind of just wait till he gets mana. But because he's constantly blocked by that yellow until it dies, we can't really do that. At least not as effectively. Because one of his 2 manas is blocked for a good majority of the time. And he just... What did he die to? What on earth did he just die to? I'm not even going to question it. Game does some weird things sometimes with how it delays the damage lately. But I'll take it. Oh, Rope Dart is Pride Lands. Never mind. It's not Leonis Empire. My bad. Yeah, it's not then. Yeah, Pride Lands is definitely not within sight. Nope. No Pride Lands coming anytime soon, unfortunately. So no Rope Dart anytime soon. I always think it's Leonis Empire because it has that other yellow-blue weapon in there. But that doesn't mean that every yellow-blue weapon is from that kingdom. But yeah, Rope Dart is Pride Lands. You are correct. Like, I'm just going to kill this with skulls. And by skulls, I mean 1 skull because we got Hunter's Mark, luckily. It ends up getting us the kill. I'll take the green just to get that rolling. Apparently all the way to max. We'll throw that on him. And then we'll go one-shot his last slot. Oh, that's not even enough to one-shot. Well, we'll go and keep poking him slightly then. 1 poke for you, 1 poke for you, another poke for you. And we'll go from there. Move that over, grab herself a brown to all that. Get a double poke on him. Don't need that. Let's get our Trickster and go from there. Go through that, poke him. Trickster his first slots. Poke him again. And now we just have to kill him with skulls and hit him with the skulls. Actually, never mind. We could kill him with 1 more Trickster. Problem is we have no mana for it though, currently. Oh, should have taken that purple. And he denies it, of course. So we'll just have to pass a couple turns. We gain 2 mana per turn, so just gotta pass a few turns. And 1 more turn. Oh, I should have went for mana there. I could have gotten Elf to destroy, but oh well. And he's dead. Yeah, it's not available for probably months from now. It's not within visible sight. And we can currently see up to... we could see up to September 6th, and it is currently not within visible sight. So it's at minimum another 2 months before we see Rope Dart, if not longer. More like 2.5 months plus. Yeah, we can see all the way up to September, whatever date I just said, September 6th or something. Like the first week of September. But we can't see any further than that. We might be able to see further next patch. Because normally whenever they do a patch, they update the file thingies. So we might be able to see further then. Okay, I'm gonna do that one first. There should be enough boost ratio to hit into 1-shot last, and it is good. You still had enough armor for it, unlike the previous time. I'll just wipe it out with that since it's already so low. Throw a double poke on the other guy, and we should be good to go from there. Does that trickster shot go up naturally? As I take mana for it. Never mind, well, we'll go for that. Get a trickster on his last slot. And then we just need to poke him into 1 skull, and that's matched. There's our 1 skull. And now literally anything kills him. I guess we go for Trickster at this point. It's already so close. Do this literally anywhere. Could just also pass our turn, but that works too. And just kill him with anything. Even Tagraki will kill. Hey, we got a blue pet. Should I go for it? I should and shouldn't. Oh, hey, we hit reward 18. I did say once we hit reward 18, I will. No! That's even worse than an orange orb. We got a green orb. Oh well. Yeah, let's go and hand out a code. I did say at this point I would hand out a code. This is also the last code I have, though I won't be around for a week, so wasn't going to have any codes anyways. But yeah, I need to go ask Salty for more codes before I go on my trip, just so she remembers. And I'll remind her on that Monday after as well. Actually, I need to remind her while I'm on my trip. I need to remind her next Monday in a few days, so she doesn't forget. Let's see. Did I just use this code? Don't even know if I did. I feel like I did. Oh yeah, I already used it. There we go. Okay, there it is. There's the right code. That should be the right code. There you guys go. Use it on gemsofwar.com. Read the game code section. Your invite code is found in your settings menu. Whatever your game says right over there is what you put in. Redeem code is right over there in chat. Just click copy and paste on the random numbers and letters. And give same reward as always. 2 treasure maps. Oh, if I can click on it. 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. Enjoy, everyone. Let's see. How do you have to pay for the codes? You don't have to pay for the codes. The codes are free. If you make content for Gems of War and you contact someone like the community manager of Salty, she'll just hand you some codes. And if you do it on a regular basis and so, she'll be more willing to give more codes. And obviously we do it literally every single day. So she normally gives me enough to last about a month or so. I normally have enough to give out like 1 per day generally, just because I cover so much content. But yeah, you just contact, if you make content for the game, like if Keylime, if you're still here, go contact Salty on the Gems of War forum. And if you haven't already gotten codes from her, you could probably get some. Just show your channel, say you want some codes in a private message to her. Probably send you a few. But yeah, I don't have to pay for the codes, luckily. They're free. Let's see. What are we doing? Let's go do this pet real quick. Then we'll head back to Bounty. Okay. I'll take that for now. Grab the gold. Take the other brown over for now. Actually, let me take the purple there. And then we just destroy everything. And then we just go through key to key. And I'll skull poke him. Already dead. And I do need to do this for the pet food. Obviously, we already have this pet maxed. But I do need it for its pet food just because we've been so low on pet food recently. Yeah, that's actually one of the things I had an issue with. You might notice I never do redeem codes on videos anymore. And there's one main reason for this is most of the videos I'd bother covering, like actual specific videos that I don't bother streaming ever, the ones that are specifically videos on guides or other stuff, they tend to have more of a shelf life. So it doesn't really make much sense, more often than not, to do it on most videos, because most of those videos are going to last for months or even years, potentially. More so months, because the meta always changes and stuff. But some of them are relevant, that depends. But yeah, it doesn't make as much sense to put a limited redeem code that will literally last for like less than an hour on a video that will last for literal months. Whereas a live stream, generally, it's mostly only during the duration of that live stream. And the stream itself, as far as viewership that it gets, pretty much dies out after a few days. So it makes a lot more sense to do it on a stream. But I don't know, I still did it on videos in the past. It's a little bit more awkward doing it on videos, because obviously everyone who watches it after the fact can't use it. But maybe putting it on the comment on it, rather than putting it in the video itself. Maybe pin a comment, now that YouTube has pinning now, or it has for like a year and a half, almost 2 years now. You could pin a comment with the redeem code on, and then you could always delete it after the fact, once it's been used up or something. But like with the video, just pin like the first comment, like the redeem code or something, and you could do it that way. What do we take us? Grab some reds. And get everything destroyed. And then let's go key to key, grab some gold. And then we should just be able to double key. I'm not even going to go bother going for that. So just get that down. Yeah, no problem, Keylime. Go ahead and get up. Okay, let's go grab that over. Take that down. Get a green for now. And if anyone still has any other questions or anything you want me to go over, let me know. Because as I mentioned, this is our last live stream for an entire week. It's the longest we haven't done a live stream in about a year and a half now. Because the last time was when I went to go see family back in January of last year. Was, I believe, the last time I did like a week-long time away. But, yeah. So let me know if you guys still want me to go over anything. We'll be going for about probably another hour as soon as we finish out Bounty Hunter. It's one of the main things I want to get done, as we're doing a pet battle. As we're not doing Bounty right now, but we'll go back to Bounty as soon as we finish out this pet. I just want to get some food for it. Gotta feed our pets. Let's see. And by pets, I should say the new pet that's coming out on Next Faction. Next Faction is July 12th, if I remember correctly. I believe it was July 12th. It's the second Friday of July, whatever that comes out to. I believe it's July 12th. Should be. That's when we're getting the new faction. And the update will be prior to that. Update is almost guaranteed next Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday. It's sometime like next week. Though no official date has been given, but it's almost guaranteed sometime next week. But then again, next week is Guild Wars, so it's probably on Monday. Because very rarely do they ever do a patch midweek. Because they try to avoid doing it midweek on Guild Wars. Because they are doing some balance changes. We don't know any of the rebalance that they're doing. Also, I won't be able to cover it initially, unfortunately. But they're probably doing a lot of rebalance into the game with it. So we'll have to see exactly how that pans out. Hopefully some of it's relevant. The rebalance they did the last few patches have been pretty irrelevant for the most part. But hopefully we get some pretty relevant ones this time around. Yeah, we'll have to see. Yeah, Harpy faction is next faction. It's probably the most annoying faction in the entire game. Actually, it's not a maybe. It is the most annoying faction in the entire game. Not even a question on if it is or isn't. It is. Its layout might not be the most annoying, but its troops are. July 26? Are you sure? Unless they delayed it. I believe it was the second week of the month. I'll go double check. But yeah, I haven't checked it recently. They could have delayed it further. Let's see. Oh yeah, you're right. It might have been delayed. You are correct. Wait, we're not getting a class next week either. Did they wait, did they change the schedule for all of it? Wait, what? No, we're still getting a fact. Wait, well, I'm even more confused now. Yeah, they did revamp some of the dates. We're getting the faction on July 5th, but we're not getting the class anymore on July 5th. Okay, they moved everything all over the place. So next Friday is new faction, according to Spoiler Thread. It's the Harpy faction, July 5th. That's the Friday I'm getting back. No longer are we getting a hero class then, but instead we're getting the, we're still getting the Mythic, obviously. But we're getting the Harpy hero class, or the Harpy faction that day. So that means we're guaranteed getting the update while I'm gone. That's unfortunate. Because if the Harpy faction is coming on the 5th, that means the update is coming before the 5th, which means it's probably coming this Sunday or next Monday or next Tuesday. No official date on which one of those, but one of those three is correct. This Sunday, this Monday, or this Tuesday is like 100% chance for patch. We just don't know which one. Most likely Monday. Monday or Sunday. Monday's the more likely one, though. So yeah, I'll need to make sure I cover that at some point. I will be on my trip, obviously, during that time, but I'll see what I can cover. Hopefully at least be able to cover the Monday video and the changelog. What are the two colors for the Harpy factions? I believe it was brown and yellow, if I'm not mistaken. It was, it's, +1, it's +2 green, +1 brown, -1 red. Also, why on earth is there two different locations that say a different date? Never mind, now I'm even more confused. Why does one spoiler say the faction comes out on the 26th, yet the other spoiler says it comes out on the 5th? Now I'm even more confused. Because according to this page, it's and it's both from the same website too. It says it's running from the 5th, the next faction. Yet, according to the troop releases, it's the 26th. So I'm not sure which one to trust. They're literally both from the same source too, which is kind of funny. But anyways, let's go back to Bounty. Where were we? How many Volt keys do we have these days? 4. Okay, Bounty. Let's go finish this out. We got 11 more battles. Let's go get the last of that reward and dip into reward 20, obviously. That should be about, what, 17 battles or so? 17, depends how they roll. But let's go get the rest of those done. Want to make sure that number goes all the way to 0, lest I'll have to do while on the trip. I don't believe we'll be able to go all the way to 250,000 though. We'll be ever so slightly short. We'll be like 20,000 short, but it's not that big a deal. Getting a few battles done during the trip is going to be ridiculously easy. Doing it for an hour, not so much, but doing like a few battles in between stuff is not that big a deal. Would be even easier if I had a phone. Haha. Let's see. I'll move that over. Actually, I can do it at the airport while I'm waiting. Duh. Because I'm going to be waiting like 2 hours at the airport, if not longer. I might even get airport food this time around. I'm not sure. I normally don't, because everything always seems so expensive. But I don't know. I actually technically did last time because I didn't bother eating breakfast when I was leaving their place. So I ended up just grabbing McDonald's inside of their inside of the airport. Also, their sign lied. It said 24 hours, and I was there at 4 a.m. and they weren't open. They didn't open until 5 a.m. So they lied. They were not open 24 hours. They were open almost 24 hours. But I was there at 4 a.m. and they were not open. They didn't open till 5. So false advertisement right there. Let's see. We'll take the green down. Grab a what do I even grab here? Take that right over there. Do you know if the devs hate that Terran's World exists? I believe the answer is no, kind of. They kind of hate spoilers in general because they kind of seem obligated to it to a degree. And they always say, hey, this is not official, blah, 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 blah. So to a degree, they hate spoilers, but I don't believe they directly hate that website. Like, they like that it exists, I believe, as a resource. They just hate, like, if something says, hey, it's coming on this day, and then if it changes, they just don't want people complaining and stuff like that. And also, things could change on troops and stuff like that. And they always just do a disclaimer that, hey, anything you ever see on spoiler threads and stuff, it might not be official. It might get changed, subject to change, all that good stuff. But I don't believe they're specifically against it. They even eventually added a whole spoiler thread to the forum, just to make sure that it wouldn't spread to other locations. So they are, to a degree, in support of it. Or at least sectioning it off, if nothing else. But no, I don't think they're particularly against that website. But yeah, Terran's World is the biggest accumulation of spoilers in the entire game. There is no resource out there that has more than that website. What do I grab here? Let's just take a, you know what, I'm actually gonna just throw some true damage at him. And then we can trickster shot the other one. Oh, I should throw trickster shot first. Always have to throw a trickster shot the second you have it, because any turn you delay is 2 more mana that you could have theoretically had. So you always have to cast trickster pretty much the second you get it. You don't have to, but you generally do, particularly in the context of Bounty Hunter. Obviously, in other game modes, there are restrictions where you might want to actually hold. But definitely in Bounty Hunter, you should essentially always, second you can cast it, you should cast it. At this point, I might as well just try for Skull Kill. That'd be the easier way of doing this. Exactly so. Yeah, I do currently pull my assets from that website because it's a lot easier to obtain it by other means, or to obtain it there than by other means. All the assets that I use for my thumbnails and everything come from, or normally come from, the website of Terran's World. I keep thinking this is Deep Borer. It's like Deep Borer. It's not exactly Deep Borer, though. Let's see. Let's take that for now. Grab that up. Oh, yeah, I keep forgetting. We have +1 on purple. I actually gain slightly more mana if I take purple rather than green. Like, we did not have enough to one-shot him. However, we can just double poke him, so it's not that big a deal. Yes, Trickster Shot is viable for quite a lot. The reason you don't normally see me using it outside of this game mode is mainly because it's a slow weapon. You normally would not use this in PvP or something like that. However, it is usable for that purposes. It's usable in Delves, it's usable for Tower of Doom, and it's probably also one of its bigger purposes. I believe I use it for green Tower of Doom. I forget what color. But there's actually a color of Tower of Doom where I do use Trickster Shot. I forget which one. But I mainly use it for Bounty Hunter. But it can be used, its main purpose is Bounty Hunter in the current state of the game, but it can be used for Delves, and it can be used for Tower of Doom. It can theoretically also be used for PvP and Guild Wars, however, it's a relatively slow option. I also use it on my Red Guild War Defend, just because it happens to fit with the Dwarves combination. Yeah, it has some purposes outside of Bounty Hunter, though the biggest thing I use it for is Bounty Hunter. Once a month. Let's kill that out. And there we go. Oh, didn't mean to multi-click that. Gotta get that last reward, or second to last. Last one we'll be able to claim. That's second to last reward. How can you get Trickster Shot weapon? It is actually available now. Well, not literally right now, but it is. It used to not be. It used to be unobtainable, but now you are capable of getting it through a Bright Forest event. And the next Bright Forest event is actually not too far from now. It's not like immediate, but August 19th. The week of August 19th, you will be able to reobtain or, obtain, if you don't already own, the Trickster Shot weapon. It has been unobtainable since its release a little over a year ago. And soon it will be craftable in Soulforge. August 19th, that week. It is 100% something you should craft. Not even a shadow in the doubt. It is an insanely good weapon. It's basically Mang, but magic instead of attack. There are still many contexts where Mang is better. However, there are contexts like this where Trickster is better than Mang. What do I want here? Let's take a purple, I guess. Get that all the way to full. Kill out the Valraven so it doesn't escape. I need those battles. Actually, I probably don't need those battles. I believe we could actually miss some and still have enough sigils to go all the way, but just in case you want to get it. I think we'll have 4 sigils excess normally. So even if we miss 2 Valravens, we would still be in the green to get it done over the course of the weekend with just tier 5. And you can get it done with even less than tier 5 if you did the pure faction team the entire time, though I wouldn't advise it because you need 2 blue orbs if you do it that way. So you might as well just go to tier 5, get the emoji, get the everything, and then just spend 1 blue orb to get it and do the entire event that way. So you can only do that if you know you're going to confidently win all the battles. If you feel like you're not going to win all the battles, you probably want to buy up to tier 6. Which does cost like 400 more gems, but it saves you a blue orb. Plus you end up getting barrier at start of battle. So even if your stats are low, you'd still be able to not die. Also, starting next patch, we will have the that one feature that allows you to use multiple sigils. So if you want like a 50% extra bonus stats on all your troops, you can simply spend 1 extra sigils for 2 sigils instead of 1, and end up getting 50 bonus stats. You also get the first use of it free. So even if you don't plan on wasting any of your sigils, you can still get a 200% stat bonus on 1 battle every single sigil-related event. I believe that occurs every single time. I don't believe that's a limited, just 1 for your first time ever. I believe it's 1 every single time for the first event, or for every single sigil-related event. I'm pretty sure how that is how it is. I'm not 100% certain on that, to be honest. But if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure you get 1 free 200% bonus per event starting next patch. So even if you plan on not using any sigils whatsoever to waste it on that new system, it is technically a buff since you're at minimum getting at least 1 free 200% bonus battle, meaning at least 1 of your battles will be super quick compared to normal, which will help speed up some of the events. However, that will not be usable on the only sigil-related event it will not be usable on is the really obvious one of factions. And of course, it isn't on Guild Wars because Guild Wars doesn't have that system. Plus, it would be really broken if it did. And he's dead. Exact damage as well, 110, right on the dots. I really wish Trickster Shot boost ratioed before the armor. Or, with the armor gain. It doesn't, though. Some things do. That one does not. So whatever damage it says is what it does. It does not end up getting the boost ratio of its thing prior. Which kind of makes sense because it would be extremely broken if it did, but I don't know, I kind of wish it did. I'll do that for now. Yeah, Glutmole is an interesting Devourer troop. It takes a while to get it rolling. However, once it gets rolling, it's pretty viable. It's even more viable than Iron Gut once it's actually going. However, it takes so much time to get it going that it's not actually better than Iron Gut, but it is theoretically better than Iron Gut in some situations. But no, you'll just use Iron Gut in most situations. If you own Iron Gut, you just be using Iron Gut. But it is one of those weird troops that it can actually be better than a Mythic once it gets rolling. It just takes a lot of boost ratio to get it going, though. You need to cast Sunbird like or some kind of similar mechanic that will kill out troop or Dragon's Eyeing your enemy team is the easiest way to doing it. You have to Dragon's Eye spam like 50 times in order for it to be decent. Or not 50 times, my bad. You don't have to do it about 10 times. 10 times would be 75% devour rate. 15 times would be 100% devour rate. Yeah, I guess 15 times then. Which is a lot of times to have to waste. But after you cast something like Dragon's Eye 15 times, which loops into itself, so it's not as much as it seems, you would end up having 100% devour rate on them. Also, you don't have to wait until 100% devour rate. Normally, once you do it around 10 times or even a little bit less than that, even once you start breaking past the 50% with 5 times, you would end up doing, you would end up just trying for his devours, because at that point, it's half 50% chance. Plus, every kill he gets still counts towards his boost ratio. So if you're doing at 60% and he gets a devour, he moves up to 65 for the following one. It's a weird troop, but it's no really decent early to mid game option, especially if you don't want Iron Gut at any point in the game. It's a potential alternative Iron Gut. A lot slower, but it gets the job done. Also slightly different colors, which is both a good and bad thing. So unfortunately, only uses 2 colors, because of course only Mythics use 3. We'll take a purple. Grab that onto you. What else do we need? Let's take a brown right over there for now. Grab that green right over there. And then we trickster him again. Yeah, does anyone else have any other questions or anything you want me to cover for videos? Let me know. Because I won't be around for about a week, and I'll be pre-recording a bunch of stuff. Like, as soon as the stream ends, I'm just going to grab a bite to eat, and then the rest of this night, I'm going to be finishing the rest of the recording. And then they'll be uploading over the night. And just so it doesn't waste any other time, just so I can go and record, and then worry about all the background stuff and uploading over the night, and then just make sure they're all good to go in the morning. Let's see. What do we go for here? Let's trickster shot his last slot. Take a green down for now, and then trickster shot into literally anything. And he's dead. Oh, but no, I did it on the... No! Misclick. I obviously meant to do the column beside it. Whoops. That's a fail. Not that big a deal, though. Whoops. And we almost got that last reward, or second to last. Last one we'll be able to claim. Second to last reward. Where can you get Succubus? Glory Keys. Isn't that a rare? You can just get it from Glory Keys. Gold Keys and Glory Keys. But yeah, Glory Keys and Gold Keys would have it. Let's see. Let's go for red for once. Get some green out of it too. Plus it's extra turn. Plus we get the skull. So it works out. What else? Let's grab the purple there. Yeah, the way that troops work is, for the most part, every single troop can be obtained through keys. There's very few exceptions to that. But a good majority of troops can be just obtained normally from keys. Commons and rares are in gold keys. Rares plus are in glory keys. Ultra rare plus are in gem keys. And epic plus are in VIP keys. Guild keys can range from anything from common all the way to mythic. However, depending on how upgraded you have them, they can be the equivalent of gem keys, which are ultra rare to mythic. But it depends how upgraded you currently have it. Generally, you want to make sure it's at 20,000 or 40,000 before you use them. Your guild amount. And at 20,000, they're basically like glory keys. And at 40,000, they're basically like gem keys. Not exactly, but close. Okay, looks like we got about 11 more battles then, because we're probably going to get 2 more Valravens in that time. Let's see, we'll grab that for now. Grab our brown over. I guess we'll grab that, why not? Actually, we'll take it that way. Go poke us, we'll go throw a Trickster on us first. We'll grab a Destroy all the way over there. Nice amount of mana from it as well, nice. I'll take that into Sky Purple ideally, didn't get it though. Just the purple that was within sight is all we got. We're gonna have enough damage for it, right? Yeah, so I'm gonna go to Grokky him. That should almost bring him to kill range if it doesn't. Yeah, it does. Perfect, so let's do that. That'll bring it so we can one-shot them with Trickster, and that's how we win at this point. Let's see. Can I actually kill him with true damage? I don't think so. It's probably just better to take the weapon up. Or not with true damage. Obviously, we're killing them with true damage, but I meant to Grokky specifically. But no, we won't be able to do it that way. Okay, we'll just pass our turn. Get that up, get a hit down. And do that one more time. Better wait till he gets all his mana. Better kill him with skulls. Any combination of those things. So it looks like it's probably just gonna be Trickster. Oh, he lost his Hunter's Mark. Otherwise, I could have skulled into something. Let's follow up. Oh, shit, taking that purple. Already won. And he's dead. There we go. I believe he means level 5 up quest upgrade as in 5-star. I'm pretty sure he means 5-star when he says level 5 quest upgrade. Let's see. Yeah, I know. I've been 5-starring a lot of things on my Nintendo Switch account recently. So I just kind of assumed that's what that was. Okay, move that over. Grab the other one over. Get a Trickster onto that one. I still wish they would revamp Bounty Hunter so it wasn't the same battle every time for the final battle. Like, I somewhat understand the reasoning, so everyone fairly has the exact same battles for it. But for leaderboard and stuff like that. But still, it's the same reason why class events are kind of set up the same way, just to be fair for leaderboard and everything, for how the scoring system is for everyone. But oh no, to a degree, it does need slightly more variation. Like at least class battles kind of have that variation because there's 5 different battles that you keep cycling through. So it's kind of weird that Bounty Hunter just has 1. Like it doesn't cycle through anything; you just have the same battle. Well, it initially cycles, I guess, but once you reach the later ones, you cycle. So I guess theoretically, that does cycle through about as many battles as, or even technically more battles than what class events cycle through. Because class events only cycle through 20. You theoretically have 20 unique ones for Bounty Hunter. But a good majority of the Bounty Hunter time, like half your time, is spent doing the 20 battle. So even though you get 20 uniques, you're spending half your time, or even slightly more than half your time, just doing the same one over and over again. Let's see. We'll throw that there. Oh, when it says legendary, it doesn't count ascensions. It means base rarity. If a kingdom is asking you for a legend, it specifically means the base legends or the base mythics from the kingdom. Whenever it says you need a legend or you need a mythic, it is specifically referring to something that has that orange border naturally. You can tell by how many stars it has on this little thingy. I don't have any good examples here because literally nothing in here has it. But this is an epic troop. You can tell because it has 4 things on this. I never even realized this until someone brought it up when it was added into the game. Like the first few weeks when it was added to the game, I never even realized it. But they ended up making it so it has, you see how like this has a little bit slightly different design compared to these other ones. And that's how you can tell what rarity actually is. It's base rarity. So you can see there's 6 of them. That's common, that's rare, that's ultra rare, that's epic, which is what rarity this is, as you can tell by the fact that it goes up to that point. That's legendary and that's mythic. I don't really have any good examples here because we don't have that many. As we can tell by looking at this troop, this is a rare, this is a rare, this is a rare, or ultra rare, I mean, because it goes to the 3rd one. And all 3 of these will be rares because they're bounty hunter troops. Hero just counts as mythic because we got it all the way upgraded. Once it does it based on your hero level. Yeah. You can end up telling what the base rarity is. And whenever it says you need a legend, it specifically means a legend. And I actually recently found out it really specifically means a legend. Even if you own a Mythic, but no legends, which I actually did for a moment on my Nintendo Switch account. I had the Mythic for Sword's Edge, but I did not have the legend. And it did not count it as me owning a legend. It specifically has to be a legend when it says you need a legend. And it specifically has to be a Mythic when it specifically says you need a Mythic from the Kingdom. The base rarity of it, not the ascension of it. But I found that really funny on the Nintendo Switch account. Because I somehow got Champion of Anu prior to owning any legends from the Kingdom. So it was like, nope, you don't currently have the legends. So it didn't upgrade it. It did count Mythics before. It didn't on Switch version, though Switch version is on a weird version of the game. But no, it did not count the Mythic as a legend on Switch version. Switch is running on a very weird version of the game, so I'm not surprised. It's going to be patched out soon, though. I'm pretty sure that's something that's going to be fixed. Because it should be pretty much on the same code base of all the other versions once it gets its next update. Like, the next update, content-wise, it won't be up to date. But as far as, like, the mechanics of the game, like, as far as troops and, like, stuff like that, it's still going to be behind. Weapons, factions, all that good stuff. Hero classes, it's all going to be behind on all that. However, as far as the actual content, like, for example, team sharing and everything, I believe that's coming in Nintendo Switch next patch. Like, all that stuff's going to be in Nintendo Switch. It's just going to be very far behind as far as content. But as far as, like, the main core mechanics of the game, it should all be up to date next patch. Fingers crossed. We'll find out. But it should be. Or very, very close, if not exactly. Oh, what do we take here? Move that for now. Okay, how's this Valraven still alive? He almost escaped too. We don't want that happening, that's for sure. Might need those battles. Is this bounty hunter after all? How's the leaderboard doing, by the way? I'm pretty sure it's over 250,000 minimum. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. I wonder if those are tier 5 people or tier 6 people. Tier 6 people would definitely make leaderboard. But anyways, let's go claim our major orb. Please be a good one. We've gotten so many greens and oranges. We got 3 oranges and a green. Please be a blue or purple. Oh, purple! Yes, that is 675 gems worth of basically gem keys. It's 75 gem keys, essentially. Very, very nice. That's basically the best thing we could have gotten. Hopefully we get double major purple. Unfortunately, we won't be able to see what we get from that one. Or you guys, at least you guys won't be able to. Because, yeah, I'll be on my trip at that point. Because I don't believe we'll have enough battles to get there. And I'm not going to waste, like, 40,000 gems just to get it done now. When we just get it done tomorrow. Did I say 30,000? I meant 400 gems. Around 400 gems or somewhere around there. But I'm not wasting that, obviously. Yeah, it's always good to see a major clans. It is insanely good value compared to some of the other orb drops we could possibly get. Honestly, I want it more than major blue. Which is kind of weird because we have been doing really bad on major blues. But I don't mind because I don't know. It's just a lot better getting major purples. There's just not as much we really need major blues for at the moment. Unless we're trying to get another Zugaf or something. What other weapon besides Trickster could we use for high level bounty? Mang would be likely your best bet. First slot Mang. And just kill everything with that. With Titan hero class. Or a similar hero class that has barrier every brown. Let's see. We'll take that one for now. We'll grab a purple. Those Skull Pokos. We'll grab another little bit of mana. Actually, never mind. We don't have any mana option. Take that for now. And I'll just poke him some. Oh, I should have waited. Why did I do that? If I waited for him to cast, I actually could have killed him. Because that would have been enough armor boost ratio for us to kill. Because as I mentioned earlier, he ironically takes more damage the more armor he gains, because of how Tagraki's ability works. So, yeah, we kind of actually wanted him to have more armor. Could have killed him a turn earlier, but oh well. Still dead. Okay, 6 more battles, which does not look like we're going to be able to reach. 6 more battles at around 4,800 each. Yeah, we'd need around 10 more battles to be able to reach that. And even 10 would be kind of shaky on if it would reach. Actually, 10 would reach. If we can somehow find 3 Vow Ravens, which is very unlikely within 4 battles, we would be able to get the reward right now. Or we're probably going to fall a little short. That's fine. We still have more battles. We get another 4 tomorrow and another 4 the other day. Won't be able to do it now. But I'll just do it at the airport while I'm waiting for the thing tomorrow, I guess. Let's see. Also, it's kind of funny. Well, I guess it would kind of make sense. The Chicago International Airport has really, 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 really bad internet. But it might just be because so many people use it. Like, I know the internet at the Myrtle Beach airport is insanely good. Like, they redid the place recently, too. Expanded it out and all that. I actually really like the airport. It's not like excessively big. It's I don't know. It works. It's like the perfect size to function. Oh no, I hate the international airport. It's just so large. So ridiculously large. Too big for its own good. Pretty sure there's airports even bigger than that. But still, it's too big. Let's see. Grab a, that. Take the other one down, get a trickster shot. I'm not gonna wear our 7 underwear. Though I will actually wear a few. Because I do just stack my clothes. I don't have to change literally every single day. I'm likely just gonna wear 3 to 4 layers of everything. And just alternate every other day. That's probably the game plan. Hey, it's better than spending like 70-something dollars on like a carry-on thing. What do we take here? We'll move take a purple for now. Grab all that. Take a trickster onto here. Oh, that's not enough damage. Oh well, we have enough to poke it with something. Grab a green, take it that way. Take the purple over. And it should be dead, though just in case, let's get Tagraki in there, just in case that wasn't enough damage, though it is. Now, I don't think my weight increases that much from having that much clothes on. At most, it probably only increases by a few pounds. Not like I wear anything heavy, just light shirts like this. Like literally just t-shirts, multiple t-shirts, stuff like that. It's all light stuff. Probably looks really weird, but hey, I don't care. It saves money. That's the main thing that matters. Let's see. We'll grab, get that up. We'll grab, what else do we even take? Blue down. Get a trickster shot down, throw that onto his thing right over there. Don't you get hot wearing all that? No, airports have really good conditioning, air conditioning. So I don't really get hot from it. But no, most airports are going to have extremely good air conditioning, so you don't even realize that's hot. If anything, it actually feels comfy, because sometimes airports are a little bit too cold. It's not like any of it's heavy clothing. Not like I'm wearing like heavy jackets or anything. Oh, I need to kill that. Let's get that down. Okay, what do we take here? I'm sure it's perfectly normal. Oh no, I don't see too many people doing it. And by too many people, I mean I haven't actually seen anyone do it. I've heard of people doing it. I've never actually seen someone else wearing like multiple layers of clothes. That or they hide it really well that they are. Like if you wore like a jacket over top, you could probably hide that you were even wearing multiple shirts or something. Normally how mine is, it's kind of obvious that I'm wearing multiple though. But you're allowed to do it, and it saves money, so might as well. Besides a bathing suit, you should basically not be putting any of your clothing in your bag and just save room that way. I can't think of any situation, unless you're staying somewhere for like an entire month. Most vacations or any kind of like anything, business trips or whatever you might be doing, you can pretty much just get away with wearing it all. Unless you're gonna need like really formal clothes for something. Which most of the stuff I ever do, I do not need formal clothes for whatsoever. That's like the only exception I could possibly think of. If you need like a nice suit, a nice dress or something like that for something. That and bathing suit, just because it's not really awkward wearing it because of the lining on it. What is this? I can only imagine. I'm not that bad, but yeah, it looks somewhat like that, except not that bad. But yes, that's essentially what I do. Just without the jacket part. Or it should say jackets in that case of that image. Let's see. Let's take that down. Or up, I should say. And then we'll just grab a, It's not enough to kill, is it? No, it is not. It is 1 damage off. Really? You know what? I'm still going for it, because we can kill it off of the destroy off a skull. There we go. Okay, 2 more battles. And by 2 more battles, I probably mean 4 more battles, hopefully. Hopefully get a Valraven in there. But yeah, it looks like we're not going to make it. Which I already knew we weren't going to make it. I said we would be 20,000 short at the beginning of the stream. I might actually have guessed it correctly. If we get another Valraven, I think we actually are going to be like right around that 20,000 short area. Yes, the airline I'm running has a free carry-on. Or a free personal item. They call it personal item. There's a difference between personal item and carry-on. And most airlines, while people do call them carry-ons, they're normally labeled as personal item. There's 3 different things that you can bring onto a plane. A personal item, a carry-on, and a suitcase. A personal item is normally put under is normally free, or should be for every single airline. I don't recall a single airline where it is not free. But normally airlines have that for free, and that's just something that you put underneath the seat in front of you. It's normally has really small dimensions. I just use my my laptop case for it, and I've been able to get that through. It is ever so slightly bigger on one of the dimensions, but it's smaller in the other 2 dimensions, so I've never gotten caught for it yet, even though one of its dimensions is actually higher than what they say you're allowed for the one personal item, but it's never been an issue yet, so hopefully it won't be. But anyways, so there's that. Then there's the carry-on. That's what you normally, those you do get charged for. I don't know of any airlines that have free carry-ons. Those you have to put above the overhead, and they charge you anywhere from like 50 to 100 bucks each on them. And then the suitcases are the ones that go below the plane. You have to get checked through the thing. Those you can normally have a wider range of what you can put in them. Like firearms, knives, stuff like that. Like stuff that you wouldn't normally been able to put onto the carry-on or the personal item. But you can put it on the suitcase because it's in a different compartment where it won't be dangerous. But those also cost around like the same. I think they're normally around like what, 100 each. I'm not even sure. I haven't priced them recently. I know they're way too expensive. Is their price? That's the main thing I know about them, is they are way too pricey. Just to be able to bring stuff onto a thing. Like I don't recall any like buses ever charging stuff like that. Though of course to a degree, planes kind of have to, just because they do have a weight limit in a way. But I don't know, they still way overly charge for them. Like I understand charging something for it, but they just definitely overly charge it. They try to dime you down for everything. And of course, you can't really bring liquids through, so every single drink that's in the area costs like 2 to 4 times whatever it would normally cost. Like, I think the sweet tea I ended up getting at the McDonald's in the airport cost like $2 when it's normally like $1. And everything else there that was from drinks. Like, if you wanted to get a bottle of water from somewhere, it was like $3-4. Though there is a way around it, though I didn't bother using it. They have, the one airport I was actually at had a water purifying little thing. So if you wanted to fill up water bottles and stuff, I guess to have it as a way to kind of be as competition, since, you know, since you couldn't really bring liquids back there, just to have like a method to allow you to have a liquid. But, well, I was gonna go think of doing, though I didn't bother. It was because I was in more of a sweet tooth mood for some kind of other drink other than just water. But what I was thinking of doing was buying a fruit parfait from the McDonald's, which I did buy one, and then filling the cup with water off the water fountain. I didn't do that, though I have done that before. It's actually a really meta way to get free stuff from McDonald's. Is buy a $1 parfait, which have gone downsized so much in recent years, but buy a $1 parfait and then fill it up with water. They normally cannot stop you if you actually fill it up with water. If you try filling it up with something else, they technically can. But I believe they actually can if you're just filling it up with water. But normally if you fill it up with anything, they normally wouldn't even care either. As long as they're not looking. But I believe they actually legally can't stop you as long as you're doing it for water. Let's see. We'll go for that one. And it saves you money all the time. I'm normally not that cheap. But there have been times, like in college, when I was like that. And I still would do it on occasion. Hey, $1's $1. Okay, anyways, we got the Valraven, so we still got 2 more battles. What do I do here? We'll grab a green right over there. Grab a trickster shot onto his first slot. Grab all the browns over there. Get a trickster onto his thing right over there. And then we start killing the other 2 out. Hopefully we'll get one more Valraven. I'm pretty sure we won't be able to. He's got almost back-to-back Valravens there. I'll take that one over. Grab a yellow right over there. Take a, what else can I move here? I guess we'll take that for now. Now I'll just trickster shot kill him with exact damage. Not sure how it keeps going to exactly exact, but it's working out quite conveniently. Like at least the 10th time this stream where we got exactly at 104. Hello, Tiox. Let's see. Also, what airline am I flying? I'm flying Spirit Airlines because they're the cheapest. They always get mocked a lot for being, like, bad. I've never had any bad experience, personally, with Spirit Airlines. I've personally only ever flown Spirit Airlines, so maybe it's just because I've never had the better experience of a different flight before. But, I don't know. I've only ever flown Spirit, and I've never had really any issues with them. You know, it's like some normal delays, but that happens with any airline occasionally. But never have they just completely straight up canceled or stuff like that, or at least not in advance. Like, I've never been at an airport and then they said, oh, we're canceling this flight. It's always been like way preemptively, like because of snow or something, which they obviously had to. But all airlines would have to have. But no, I've had a pretty good experience with them, and they're ridiculously cheap in most situations, like way cheaper than other airlines. I think my round trip to Chicago, which is like a 400-something mile flight, I'm not sure, it's almost halfway across the country, was only around $130. Not counting, you know, Uber and stuff like that. But just the flight itself was only around like $130. And obviously I don't have any luggage fees or anything like that. It wasn't that bad at all for how long the trip actually is. It's like a almost 2-hour flight. Actually, it is a 2-hour flight. It's 2 hours one way and like 2 to 20 minutes because how airflow works the other way. And whatever that distance comes out to. Yeah, it's pretty cheap. And I can sometimes, sometime of the year, get as cheap as $100 round trip. And that's not even part of their program either. They have, like, programs that make it even cheaper than that. I've gotten round trips to New Jersey for, like, $30 before. They're not normally that cheap, though. Normally, if I was to get a round trip to New Jersey, it'd probably be, like, 100. But even that's still ridiculously cheap. Let's see. How do you get 4,800 points per battle? Oh, it's because we're using 4 bounty troops. Or because we're using the bounty captain. You need them all to be at level ascended to mythic, but you also need to use the bounty captain. The bounty captain does double the effect. You fly United, American, and Alaskan at least once a month. Personally, item and carry-on overhead size are free. But you do you. Oh no, they aren't free for airlines in United States, or at least most of them. Oh no, United America I never flown. I know for sure it's not free on Spirit. Though also you have to keep in mind it might not be free even if it is free, because sometimes they just put it into the price of the ticket. They have to keep that in mind too. That's one of the reasons why Spirit Airlines flights are normally so cheap. They try to get it down as much as they possibly can, and then nickel and dime you for literally everything else. So that the actual base flight itself from getting to point A to point B and back to point A is as cheap as possible. So that's one of the reasons why it's not included. But anyways, does anyone else have any other questions? Otherwise, yeah, I guess that's most of what I wanted to go do. I don't think there was really much else. Did I even do 1.9k PvP this week? That's pretty sad if I didn't. But yeah, I need to go do that. It's not too big a deal. It's not going to hurt me if I don't have like a few extra glory keys. We have like infinite. Oh yeah, I still have this set up for the video, for the other one. Like I said, I'm covering a lot of top 10 videos, so. I think there's 3 of them or 4. I don't even recall. Still need to record some, so that number could change. But anyways, let me just throw key team at it. Where on earth is key team now that it's got all that there? Oh yeah, I don't have any of my other PvP teams. I guess we'll just run key team against it real quick. But yeah, anyone have any other questions? Otherwise, this is the last time I'll be seeing all of you for about a week. I'll still have a video pre-recorded. Should have that up pretty much every single day. I should be able to get enough content done. I still haven't recorded some of the days yet, but I should be able to get enough done today before the end of the day that it should be 1 per day. There's a chance I might not do one for Monday. However, I would still cover the Monday video. So there might not be even one at 10 a.m. on Monday, but I would still get the Monday video done. So if I don't have one on specifically on Monday, that is why. But yeah, every other day from Saturday to that Thursday, we'll have one up at 10 a.m. On Monday, I'm likely just going to do the event video instead of having a video roll out, though I might still have a video roll out if I get enough recorded. And on that Friday, similarly, I might not have a video rolled out at 10 on that specific day. However, we will be covering whatever on earth the event is that week, or that day, I should say, later in the day, because I'll be getting back around like 3 p.m. that day, somewhere around there, Eastern Standard Time, which is like 5 hours prior to when we normally stream. Like 3 hours prior to now on next week's Friday, when I'd be getting back. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I'll only ever go with economy airlines, always. No point in spending more. Unless there's literally no other option for the flight. Always go economy. Let's see, we'll go for that, And then we just key it into dead. And there we go. But anyways, guys, any other questions? Otherwise, I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. I hope you all have a wonderful week. And other than the videos that will be rolling out naturally every single day, I won't see you guys again until this Friday, or, you know, next week's Friday. I'll be back for Friday night stream, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time next Friday. Not tonight, but next week's Friday. So a whole week from now, we'll be back at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is an hour and 20 minutes about from now. 1 week from now. So basically an hour from now next week. Oh yeah, and happy 4th of July, because I'll be celebrating that too while there, and I will be missing that. Or, you know, streaming. I won't be around for that time. But I hope you all have a wonderful 4th of July. Happy Independence Day. And I will catch all of you in a week. See all of you later, and best of luck with everything. Goodbye, everyone, and thanks for watching.